I'm struggling to find the words, people, and that's unusual for me. But you see what I was feeling in that second half? We are so good. We are so good. We are so good. And it's not even the final form yet. Wow. You ain't Sharks this season. More like Haddock. I told people. I've ordered my Shark Fin soup. It's on the way.
When May comes and I go collect that league title from, you know, Big Steve's house, I'm going to be sure to remember you Chelsea fans that helped along the way. Helped along the way to our 14th. There ain't going to be no crying in May. We'll be singing in May. Trust me, people.
We're an absolute beast, people. Mikel Arteta. Kai Havertz. Oh my days, what is this guy doing? Martinelli. What a guy. Dead. Madueke. Rubbish. If they don't pull their dicks out and start fucking other teams, then we are the ones that's going to be well and truly fucked come May. Running down the tunnel at half time like you're on something. We came out on nothing. Honestly, you better win it. You better win it. Remember across the last 2-3 years, you'll get the ops doing thumbnails like, maybe I should use that as a thumbnail and say Arsenal are scary. I might do that.
I apologise, take it in the chin, and that's it.
I know the ops are here as well. Ops, it's happening. You see that moment, you man in the comments, the ops I've been waiting for. We're here.
If I speak, I'm done. I'm done being the sympathiser for Solanke. He is dead. Bergvall's not a 10. Why play him in the 10? I don't want to see the old Chelsea Gallagher. I don't want to see this guy, period. He's dead. Dead food. What am I watching, man? Blood in my fucking eyes, bro. Sorry for my swearing. This team, man, there's no hope. There's no hope. Honestly, I think we're going down. Change my mind and tell me why I shouldn't believe we're going to go down.
You want belly rubs?
Fuck's sake, bro. That was actually funny, I can't lie.
Round of applause. Round of applause.
I escaped. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, I took some shit over this season. That's for sure. I don't even know if that's half of it. Can't even enjoy TOBS' bit in that intro too much because, yeah, our situation is not too good. But listen, big up Skull. That was actually a masterpiece. That painting in particular. This guy uses new apps when it comes to me. And what apps has he been down? I see the emails coming in. He's signing up to apps and Opus. As soon as I lose, that Arsenal lose, a new app sign up. Like, I'm thinking, what we using now? But he's an artist. What can we do? Big up the community as always. Like, hype, subscribe. Apologies for the late one. SAEED will be here shortly. As Steve said just before we went live, he's probably out there in the car park going mad. So let's wish him a safe trip back home and onto the big six. Because
they had a game today. They had a football match today.
They did. I mean, you've probably been waiting for a show to in the top.
I'm just surprised they got a football match, man. They haven't been playing in a little while. They're back from their holidays, pre-season and that, half term and that. Okay, they had a game today.
We literally went to the moon and back before United played.
Oh fuck! Just see the score.
Are you trolling?
Oh shit!
Oh, you didn't know?
It's Monday night. Premier League's done and dusted.
I knew, man. You think Uncle would moan about the show being late? Uncle definitely moan about the show.
I've just realised. Fuck.
No, trolling. Have to be trolling, bro.
It's good, man. There's no trolling, man. Man United, isn't it? They're back.
Anyway, there's everything to talk about. Title race, top 4 race, and relegation battle. So we'll go, we'll probably in for a longish night. And with SAEED still to come back, we'll talk about United when he comes back. But big up Steve, GRIZZ, TOBS, Matisse in the building currently. Individual channels in the description below. Like, subscribe on this video. And since we've got a lot to talk about, I mean, might as well just pretty much, we released a video earlier today where we sat down after the game yesterday, City beating Chelsea. We spoke about it pretty calmly, I'd say. But I know this show comes across a bit different. So what are we saying here? Where do we start?
If you want to start wherever you want to start.
Yeah.
We're starting at Arsenal, obviously.
Yeah.
But where do you want to start?
Starting from the bottom and, you know what I mean? Here we are. We could start from the bottom because that's the thing about the big six. You see, the beauty of the big six is we can literally start from the bottom all the way to the top and have everything covered. It's mad.
All I know is Liverpool will be very last.
Right?
We won't be talking about much about Liverpool today. I know that.
No.
No.
You don't.
I think
You don't want to
Toby,
talk.
I think Toby
We
needs- I
won't
think
have
Toby
the
needs-
time.
You don't want to
Jeff.
talk. You don't want to talk today. You don't want to
No,
talk.
no, we won't have the time.
Can we get a raise of hands, please? Who won this week, please? Anybody's team won a game of football this week?
This guy's shameless, man. He's
Shameless.
shameless. He sat there last show, falling asleep, eating biryanis. Didn't give a fuck. Now he's like, he's got a smile like a Cheshire cat, and he's like wide awake. You know what I mean?
Let's go. Let's go.
Grizz
go.
has
What's
been
the
something
show?
special
What's
this
the
season.
show?
But anyway,
What's
yeah,
the-
listen, Arsenal, obviously, we fucked about. Do I begin?
I think we need the serious talk first, Toby.
I told you, you don't want to go relegation battle first.
Yeah, I think he needs to get off his chest because he needs to. He's got like a big release there. It needs to go. His shoulders, his shoulders are hinged down. He's looking like grim, and that. You know, I feel sorry for him, and I want him to. It looks like an advert. If you just took that picture of him there and put it on the screen and put a GoFundMe under it, he'd get millions. You know what I mean? It's the face, isn't it? So I just need him to talk because it's peak out there.
I have no more words.
We
apart
watched the
from
game. It was hard. It was a hard watch. I thought maybe new manager bounce something. It's just not there. It's just not there. I can't see anything again. Even with De Zerbi, I can't see anything. You look at Forest, they're getting something. You look at West Ham, they're getting something. And then you look at Leeds tonight, you know what I mean? They're there. It just Tottenham, the whole setup, it just don't look right. It's just, I don't know. I'm trying to turn a bad situation into a positive. I said, you know, if you go down, the only good thing is it would be a bit of a reset. You probably, you know, reset as a club. But it's not guaranteed to bounce back these days in that championship. You've seen many big teams drop there and end up there. Do you know what I mean? But there was I didn't see any fight again. I didn't see any fight from Tottenham. I didn't see a tackle where I thought, yeah, he pissed off. I seen Romero coming off crying. Is he crying because he's leaving? Is he crying because he knew he was injured? I don't know, but I'm not buying all that shit, man. And like you say, they're playing with a championship attack. Solanke and Richarlison is not a top 4, top 6 Premier League attack for me. And I was like, when you actually dig it, what I said at the beginning of the season, I know Toby didn't like it. I said, I don't think your squad's good enough. And I just don't. It's not a great squad. And like you say, I'm not going to rub it in. I'm not going to take the piss. I know he's suffering. But you want to see a bit of fight. If you get beat 1-0 at Sunderland, but you've gone for it, you've shown a bit, okay, we're having it. But you can't be marching into battle with that Tottenham team. You can't see where a win's coming from. Even at home next week against Brighton, it's going to be grim. You can line
you know the old football cliche, right? And we all watch football and we all listen to football commentary, blah blah blah. And there's a thing that's developed called a new manager bounce. We have to really analyze that and say, is there such a thing? Because are they the only team in history with 3 managers in a row with no bounce? Like literally, they've had 3 managers with not a single manager's bounce. So is there such a thing, or is it just is there such a thing as manager bounce? I don't know. Like, I thought they started off really well again. Like, I thought, okay, there's a few triangles here, a bit patterns of play. They were pushing people forward, which I haven't seen in Spurs, you know, in a Spurs formation or a Spurs performance. But like you said, look at Leeds tonight. Look at Forest against Villa. Villa were the better team, but Forest just kept digging in there. There's no digging in from these players. And I know, you know what I mean, he changed up the midfield and supposedly brought a few diggers in, but they didn't dig. They didn't dig. There's no one digging there, man. And you can't get out of tunnels if you don't dig, my brother. You can't get out of a tunnel if you don't dig. You need to dig. And these brothers, and you know when they say too good to go down, there's such a thing as having too, like not knowing what's hard work all about, what digging is all about. And those all other teams around them know what it's about. They've been there. Spurs look lost and don't look like they've got the heart for it as well, which is what you need at this stage of the season.
Yeah, man. Not much more I can add. Of course, we're always going to have differing opinions over like one or two players, Steve. But fundamentally, I can't disagree with your base point with the team that we're left now. With the team that we're left with now. Like, if you look at the team that's left now to really try and get Premier League survival, I have no hope. I honestly have no hope. Like, we're going down. We're going down. And I'm not even chatting shit to you. I'm being so sincere. And I said it maybe 2 weeks ago, and maybe my mind changed a tiny bit because of the Zerbi. But the Zerbi or not, we're going down. We're going down 100%. Unless we see a complete 180. Unless I see a team that I have not seen for 4, 5, in fact, 12 months, put it that way. We're going down. We're going down. Our defenders are better on the board than our attackers. Our defenders pass better than our midfielders. Our attackers have more strength and hold-up play than our midfielders. Our midfielders can't pass the ball forward. Our players are injury-prone. Like, every single bit of life that we have in this team is stripped out. You take away Kudus, Madison, Kulusevski from this team, dusted. Literally dusted. Romero's been a liability all season, but he's our best centre-back. You take him out of the team, good luck progressing the ball from the back. And it's actually special that you can spend the amount of money that we've spent to build such a poorly constructed team with gaps everywhere. Like, and I'll say this again, people will shoot me, but I still don't think this team is dog shit. I think the players that we're having to rely upon now, this iterate are crap. The backup, they're rubbish. There's gaps. We don't have passes in this team. We don't have strikers capable of scoring 15 league goals. We don't even have fit wingers. We've got about 3 wingers injured, and 2 of them aren't even all that anyway. In fact, it's 4 wingers injured. Sorry, to be honest, 4 wingers injured. And you have summer and January to fix. Can't fix shit. Honestly, when De Zerbi got the job, again, I think he's a good manager. I think he got the lineup completely wrong, mind you. But even if he got the lineup like 10-10, you're still not guaranteed 3 points. You're not even guaranteed a point. You're not even guaranteed a point. And I'll go as far to say, if he keeps us up this season, they probably need to add another 3 million a year to his salary, honestly. If this guy keeps Tottenham up, they need to add another 3 million to his year, because this job is mad. It's mad. You look at the way Leeds played tonight. As soon as they heard that whistle blow, onto Man United straight away, onto them, bro. You wouldn't even have thought Man United were the home team, bro. They didn't let Man United breathe. They created more chances in the opening 2 minutes than we did in 90 minutes plus 7 injury time against Sunderland. And if I went through that Leeds team from goalkeeper to attack, not many Spurs fans are going to be saying, yeah, I'm taking their players. But guess what? As a team, they've been playing significantly better football than we have for months. It's dead, man. But it's a culmination of bad decisions. When you keep making bad decisions, it catches up to you. You let Thomas Frank stay in the job. You bring in Conor Gallagher. You don't sign a winger. You don't sign a left back. You don't sign a striker. You don't sign a creative midfielder. We saw the benefits. Man City, that we'll touch on in a second. They went out and they said, you know what? Arsenal are ahead of us, but we want to win this league title. We want to win this league title. We don't give a shit about anyone else. We want to win this league title. These are our weaknesses. This is what we need to address our weaknesses. And they drop money. Calm. No problem. Even West Ham, if we want to scale down and go to West Ham fighting relegation that we thought we were too big for. They said, nah, we need a striker and we need another midfielder. They went and got Tati and Pablo. They got 2 signings in January. Bang. 2 signings that have reinvigorated their season. Who? Tati Castellanos and the striker and the 10.
Castellanos.
Yeah.
I don't know who Tati was.
So one, they changed their manager before it was too late. Brought in Nuno early. Then gave Nuno signings in January.
moving correct. West Ham, moving correct. I'm having to say that as a Spurs fan. I'm saying West Ham are moving correct because they knew what was at stake. We didn't. We have ownership that say, don't panic. It's not time to panic. So when is it time to panic? Your first choice playmaker injured. Your second choice playmaker injured. Your second choice right winger injured. Your third choice right winger injured. Your fourth choice right winger, you sold him. When is it time to panic if it's not now? When? Lookman was available for 35 million euros. I have to keep saying this. I said it in the summer. 35 million euros. You know what we did? We gave Atletico Madrid 35 million pounds for their shittest midfielder, and they used that money to go and buy Lookman, who's reinvigorated their season. Shock horror. I don't want to talk about this anymore. We're going down. It's up to you lot if you want to talk about the rest. Let's get on with this show. We're going down, man. It's not much more to it. Done.
I'm surprised with Solanke because
he shit.
I know, but it was a couple seasons ago he got 19 goals for Bournemouth. Like we talk about players not being good enough, but Solanke
is shit.
He should be able to, in a relegation battle, he should be the best striker in that bottom 5 or 4.
Well, he's not.
60 million he costs, so it's
65
to hear his
65 million.
It's surprising to hear his name.
He's our joint most. In fact, he's our outright most expensive player.
He should be able to
scrub
save,
that can't even score 10
to...
league goals. He's shit. I've had enough. I've had enough of defending this guy. He's shit. He's shit. Richarlison is actually better than this guy. I don't give a shit about your tech, your physicality, your hold-up play. Can you score goals? We scored 3 goals in 5 games. He is shit. He's shit. End of.
Yeah,
I was looking at the fixtures and boy, like when De Zerbi came in, I was like, do you know what? He's gonna keep them up. I was like, the fun's over now, party's over. Like, he's a competent, accomplished, established manager. He's gonna keep them up. Party's over. And I look at the fixtures coming up for Leeds, who showed what I mean. No one expected them to go to Old Trafford and win. And SAEED was saying, you know, they could have been 4-5 up at halftime. I'm looking at Leeds. They've got Wolves at home next, and then they've got after that their next home game's Burnley at home. They could have 40 points before they even play Tottenham. They could have 40 points before the relegation battle last couple of game weeks. Forest, I think, have got a home to Burnley next. Tottenham could be 6 points adrift in the relegation zone if they don't win. If they don't start winning games. Draws are not even enough. They actually need to like win games because these teams above them, West Ham, boy, like these teams above them are not playing games. They're serious.
There's 6 games to go, yeah, Matisse. There's 6 games to go. And you know, we've been joking and saying, nah, they'll get a few wins and that's it, job done. Even 3 wins, 2 wins. It's coming down, the numbers coming down. I was analyzing the fixtures, yeah? You tell me where they can pick up more than 1 win in these fixtures. Brighton. They got Brighton next. Do we think they're going to beat Brighton?
Brighton. You know, these Brightons. Initially, I thought these Brightons, Bournemouths, Evertons, they had nothing to play for. Then I was reminded that if Aston Villa win the Europa League, one of these teams can get Champions League. We might see one of these Brentfords in Champions League.
After Brighton at home, which I think they'll draw. They've got Wolves and Villa away.
We're going to lose that game. We're gonna lose that game.
You got Wolves and Villa next.
Win. We'll
now Wolves are fighting, yeah, and Villa are going for Champions League. Then you got Leeds at home. Look at the way Leeds ripped up United. Don't let the score flat. We'll discuss that in a minute. And then you got Chelsea and Everton, your last 2 fixtures. Like, I seriously, no trolling, no GRIZZ lighting. I seriously don't see more than 1 win in that 6. I don't know if you guys disagree. And will that be enough? I haven't done the mathematics.
We need a minimum of 38 points, which means we need
How
to
many
win
wins is that?
We need to win at least 2 games and get 2 points, or win 3 games. 3 wins out of 6 after no win in 14. We've not won a Premier League game in 14. This is the longest I've ever seen Spurs go winless in the Premier League in my lifetime. In my lifetime supporting Spurs. I'm 33 years old. I'm going to be 34 years old this year. I've supported Spurs since the age of 7, 8 years old. I have never, ever seen my team this shit. Never in my life. It's in God's
That's
hands.
that's
As
a
I
lot of
said,
wins
if the
for
Zerbi
all
can
time.
do this, if the Zerbi, please change my mind. If he can change my mind in the next 2 games,
Statue.
then what you know, it's back on. But he's got the mother of all jobs, honestly. No, no wonder we had to pay him so much money, bro.
Statue of De Zerbi. If he keeps you up, statue of De Zerbi.
No, it's
Come on, man.
embarrassing. It's embarrassing that they're even in this position.
We're talking
The
serious
whole
now. Come on,
standard to the football club.
I'm serious,
is
man. Why
off
statue
off
of
the
De Zerbi?
pitch? Off the pitch, the football club is run impeccably, and everyone knows that. And like you say, the numbers are impressive. But on the pitch, they've sacrificed the on the pitch results for the off the pitch results. In my opinion, it's always been the case with Spurs. You know, they've got everything set up to go and challenge, but there's always somebody not quite. It just never quite looks like it's going to happen. And last year, I thought they got a warning, a very, very big warning when they were down there with Man United. But I think the UEFA Cup papered over a lot of cracks. And I think people got a little bit gassed with it and thought, oh, well, we still won the UEFA Cup. But that UEFA Cup, let's all be honest, it was fucking embarrassing. The Champions League teams won, and it was shit. So it's bad times. It's bad times. And I'd like to give him a bit of hope. But I honestly, I'm with Grizz. I can't. I can maybe see him getting some of Wolves. Other than that,
that's the only one I saw. That's the only one I thought.
They're going to beat us. Wolves are going to beat us. They've got our number. We haven't won at the ground in years.
I think Wolves and Brighton at home.
You can get something out of Brighton.
If you can't get something out of Wolves,
listen,
you are-
listen, let's see what you can do, because he's saying it's an emotional thing. It's not like a technical thing, even though I think it is a technical thing. He's saying it's an emotional thing, but let's see. All I'm saying is this, yeah. Since he's come to the club, Kudus out for the rest of the season, on top of Madison, on top of Kulusevski injured, then Vicario injured, now Romero injured, the captain. Like, you look at the team from goalkeeper to the attack, like you said at the start, digging. There's no you need diggers to get out of the tunnel. Who's digging? Who's putting the team on their back? That's the problem. We used to rely on the likes of Kane and Son, and like Steve said, we've got terrible ownership at this club that I've called out on this show consistently 4 years. When we're good, when we're bad, when we're shit.
Why was Kinky in goal again?
What?
Why was Kinky in goal again?
Because Vicario's injured.
I was injured.
They've thrown the Tottenham fans a Xavi Simons-shaped bone and said, here you go, look at this, what we've brought to the table.
Apparently he came on with 6 minutes to go.
Yeah, they were that starving at the time for some sort of mad name that they thought, fucking hell, we've signed Xavi Simons, blah, blah. But if you dig it, really, I know we're doing a lot of digging at the minute.
Yeah,
if you dig it, that's not a good. It's not. He wasn't a hit at Leipzig. He's not been a hit wherever. He's a bit of a nomad in Europe. It was a risk, and you can't afford to have risk. And then Conor Gallagher, don't get me wrong, the Conor Gallagher that left Chelsea went to Atletico Madrid. He was a grafter. He works hard. I get it. No, he was shit. Technically, he's shit, but he was a workhorse. At Palace, when he was on loan, he worked hard. He got his England call up. He worked hard. This Conor Gallagher that's come back is not that same player. Atletico Madrid, well and truly, had pants down, slapped ass with him because he's not even. And then you're looking at players like him in a relegation fight where you think, okay, lay a glove on someone, put a marker down, rattle a few cages in the midfield, show them that Tottenham won't be bullied. Nothing. He's getting bullied. He's getting thrown all over the floor. Sunderland, yeah, they bullied him as well.
Bro,
and this is a Sunderland when we at the end, they were missing chances.
I don't even think Sunderland played that good. But
Sunderland kept them in the game.
You don't even have the coach. You don't even have to play that good. Teams know that we're food, so they're like, yeah. They know
you know the coach. You know the coach. He's a novice. He's a new manager, and you know what he said? He said, I knew there's no way they can beat us. I'm paraphrasing before Spurs fans go, that's not what he said, literally. Paraphrasing. He basically said, I knew they can't do with us. As long as we play our game and keep it basic and keep our discipline, I knew they can't do nothing to us. Yeah, Sunderland coach in his first season in the Premier League, talking about Tottenham Hotspurs like that.
We brought this on ourselves, and the only way to change perception is to get out of this mess and make sure that we never put ourselves in this mess again. But do I trust the team to do that? No. Even if we were to get out of it, do I trust our ownership to create, to all of a sudden go on a mad one and strip the team out and get this player, that player? I don't trust them. I
Something's
don't
got to
trust
give,
him as far
Tobes.
as I can throw
Something's
him.
got to
From
change.
time you're bringing me Conor Gallagher in January, from time you're bringing
Do
us
you know what,
no
though,
left
Toby? Seriously, right? If another top 6 team was going to get relegated, I think there'd be violence and mad shit at the stadium going down with, trying to get these owners. I just think that Tottenham, it's like there's nothing there. It's like I don't know where the fans are on the page. Are they angry with it? You know,
They're
can you imagine,
fuming, bro? They're fuming, but again, it's like listen. We've tried, and I know you lot take the piss and stuff. We've tried. We do need to try harder. I believe we need to try harder. I'm also guilty of it too because sometimes I neglect to go because I'm like I've got other things on. But we do need to try harder. But trust me, nobody's happy with this. I would actually say the majority of Spurs fans that I interact with, I can't speak for everyone that I interact with, they're not happy. They've not been happy with the ownership for years. I know so many friends of mine who've cancelled their season tickets. Nobody's happy. Nobody's happy, bro. Trust me. Trust me. Nobody's happy with this.
There needs to be some sort of impact on these owners where they think, shit, the fans are fucked. You know, if there's an event there that's not a Tottenham game, they need to cause chaos. I'm not saying attack people and shit like that. I'm just saying block fucking exits, block the souvenir shop, stop things happening. There needs to be coordinated shit because these are just laughing the bollocks off it, thinking, well, it doesn't matter. We're going to earn 300 million from the NFL, and the team's going down the drain, man.
My last point on that, right, is go and Google what West Ham did to their owners. I'm not saying I condone it, but if that was to happen at our ground, fair game. Go and Google what West Ham did to their owners.
Just tell us, man.
They were throwing pound coins.
Wow.
Yeah. Cool. No, it's a serious thing because it's serious. It's serious. It's like you say, it's bad. It's bad for a club of the size of Tottenham, with everything you've built and gone through last few to pay for the stadium and all that, where everyone's admiring the financials, thinking, you know what, Spurs are on a great footing. They can go out and spend, to be that mismanaged. And to not even if it's come out of the blue, where you think, you know what, that just came out of the blue and they got caught cold and they're relegated. Last season was a warning, a very big warning. The trophy, forget the trophy, see through it. That's what we said. That people have to see through that trophy and go, you know what, we won a trophy. That's great. It's buying us a bit of time, but this cannot happen. 17th cannot happen. And then to start the season where we look like you started well, I think the first 4 games you're top of the league. Do you know what I mean? You're scoring goals. And then I've got to admit, trolling aside, the injury situation's bad. It's bad. But they had an opportunity in January to go out there and just get safety. Whether they keep Frank and he would have stayed up, I'm not getting into it. But at the minute, it's peak, man. It's peak. I can't see him getting out of it. I can't.
I still can. I still can because deserve be like. I'm not taking the piss. I'm actually
where do you see it? Which games? We just went through the games.
Which games? Which games?
Like
Brighton,
Villa,
Wolves. It's Brighton and Wolves next. They can get something from both games there. All right, Aston Villa away, not likely. Leeds back at Tottenham, they can get something from there. Chelsea away, I mean, unlikely, but who knows what's likely with Chelsea anymore. And then Everton last day at home, they could. All I'm saying is they could, because then you can go through West Ham.
Everton's on the beach. They could.
Yeah, like they've got
every single one of those. It's like you. What you were saying with the title for all the. Obviously, we're going to bring out content and we'll talk on it shortly. But like, it's like what you were saying with Arsenal, the reverse when you're going for the title, where it's like, this is how you're feeling now, but one win next week changes everything. That's how I feel, right? I'm dejected, but like
it's exactly the same thing. It's just we're invested in I'm invested in Arsenal. You're invested in Tottenham. But when someone outside,
the problem is you've seen your team win. You've seen your team take big strides this season. I've not seen my team win all year, bro. So yes, one win can change everything. But when is that one win gonna come? It's not come yet, and we're in April. That's the problem.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is De Zerbi's just come in.
He has just come in, but he also made a big mistake in that lineup against Sunderland, and he can't make that mistake again.
Yeah. The lineup, all right, I get it. But before you conceded, we was talking, and we said something along the lines of probably the bar is low, but that's probably the best, however many minutes it's been, Tottenham have played as a unit since whenever, let's say. So we
Yeah,
also
but,
said
but,
that
then,
at some
but that's
point
what
in
we're
the
saying.
game.
Is the bar's in hell by virtue of not.
Bar isn't hell, but
You're
everyone
still
in
not creating
relegation, the bar's
chances.
pretty
You're
hell.
not keeping the ball well, but because you're not 2-0 down.
Yeah, I get that. No, I get that. Because it was his first game and the loss comes from a deflection. Listen, if you lot go down, it'll be funny, right? But I still don't think it's cut and dry just like that. I know West Ham, on Friday night, was it? A big win for them. I know Forest have picked it up recently, including the win against you. I know Leeds tonight probably not secured safety, but they've taken a big step towards it. I don't think it's cut and dry yet, though. I think, yeah, there's still some twist
With
to
Leeds'
come.
fixtures, I would say Leeds will be fine now. Their
Do you know
fixtures
what it
are way
is?
too.
In these situations, or in any situations, at the top or the bottom, momentum. And to reverse this momentum, De Zerbi has to do something outstanding. It has to be a big shift in momentum, Turkish bro. Like, I see you and I hear you, right? And in normal situations, when you look at Spurs and you think, look at those fixtures, yeah, Brighton, Wolves, blah, blah, blah. They've just lost a whole pack of games to all these type of teams, bro. They haven't won a game of football in 2026. Do you know summer holidays are around the corner? Bro, what do you mean? Bro, FA Cup final coming soon. They haven't won a game this year, and we're saying no, they can get a couple of games they can win a couple of games in the last 5. 2026.
No, it's peak. It is peak. It is peak. And I get
I'm
Tobes.
being
I get the way
serious.
Tobes.
I want Spurs to stay up, man, because I don't really give a shit if they go down or whatever. It's not like you lot and Chelsea. Me and Steve, like Liverpool, Man United, even probably, I don't know about SAEED, but I'd like Spurs to stay up, Heritage Club, blah, 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 Big Six Club, whatever, blah, blah, and the banner. But I genuinely don't see it now. And this is the first time, and Toby's going to cuss and say, yep, don't talk shit now because I told you lot in November. He's right, though. He's right. He knows his club better than we know his club. But now it's dawned upon me. It's mad. It's fucking mad.
By a show of hands,
winning a game of football.
By a show of hands, who thinks Tottenham are going down?
Matisse.
Yeah, now that I've seen the fixtures, bro, the maths is looking mad. Even Leeds, I think are gonna stay up. Leeds go to West Ham on the last day, bro. Come on, Leeds, who don't need nothing.
Them two might just need a draw on the last day of the season to both be safe.
Steve, Leeds will be done by then. There's no way Leeds are not beating Wolves or Burnley at home. That's their 2 next home games. That will take them to 39. 39.
Leeds might take the foot off the gas, thinking West Ham might need to beat them. You never know.
I think Leeds.
Did you see them tonight, Steve? They're not taking.
No, I mean if they're safe at the end,
that's what I'm saying. If they're safe at the end, they might just throw that game. Like, they can't equal West Ham's determination to win at home in front of their fans on the last day if Leeds are already safe. That could just be a gimme, like in terms of West Ham. So when I'm looking at it, and like Forest if Forest win next weekend as well against Burnley at home, this gap, they have to beat Brighton, because that gap, if they don't beat Brighton, could be just too demoralizing.
Burnley at home next.
Yeah. Could be too demoralizing, that gap, man. That gap could be really nasty. I think West Ham go to Palace. West Ham go to Palace. If Forest could go 6 points ahead of Spurs, and Leeds could go 9 points if they beat.
Wow.
And then I don't know what West Ham's is. West Ham will go away to Palace on Monday night.
Oh, West Ham's is the tricky one. So they can still catch West Ham. West Ham, I think it's going to be West Ham or Spurs. Potentially West Ham and Spurs.
West Ham.
I know they're looking good.
They look like they might have more quality than Spurs.
No, 100%.
No, mind.
Owen Somerville
options they have right now versus ours, the ones that we're fielding, of course they have better quality.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, you know what? Looking at the fixtures, it does look peak for them out of everyone.
You see the fixtures now, bro.
Because I was looking at it.
Nottingham Forest and West Ham, they got tough fixtures, but I think West Ham are playing the best football of the lot. They got the wind in their sails, and I back them to actually, I think they'll beat Palace. I think Forest, I can see Forest dropping more points than West Ham, to be honest. West Ham, I think they're gonna stay up.
Forest the owners, boy, they'll threaten.
Do you know what it is? All those clubs that you mentioned, their home fans have started believing in the last month or so. So West Ham were down and out 5-6 weeks ago, but the new guys got that bounce, and the crowd suddenly, I didn't know they were able to get that kind of atmosphere going at the new London Stadium. Is it called London? No, it's called the the West Ham Stadium.
I agree. I seen that as well. I was a bit shocked because the stadium is the worst in the Premier League by far.
100%. Every time I've been there with Liverpool, it's been easy, light work, dead ground. But they've raised an atmosphere. Forest, we know they can raise an atmosphere at the Forest ground, and Leeds, we know as well. Your ground looks feels like a graveyard right now, and you need your home fans or somewhere to have some form of belief. I don't know how he's getting.
Listen, for all the doom and gloom and whatnot here, I'm at the game on Saturday. I'll be singing my ass off. I'm going to be cheering the team, and so will the fans. It's not up. Listen, at this point, it's firmly down to the players. It's firmly down. There's nothing more we can do. You want it. You said that the ground was too hostile. We made it hospitable, right? New manager. You said you didn't like the old one. They got a new manager. The ball is in your court now. Of course, De Zerbi's got to sprinkle his magic, but it's up to the players to execute.
Bad times, man.
That's
bad times.
I did put up a poll. I'm going to, where is it? Actually, I have to get rid of this first. It's back on the screen. I'm going to end it now. How do I see the results? There we are. Well, most people have voted for yes. Tottenham will get relegated. 83% who voted have gone for yes.
Wow.
So yeah, the majority think it's going to happen. Let me do super chat. Saeed's still not in the building. I see him talking shit in the comments about I've given him the night off, but yeah, he should be here soon, people. It's 11:15. Is this match reaction out?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go, man. He'll be here soon. Let me get the Tottenham super chats in.
What's point saying that?
Huge influx of Arsenal, City. So let me just work my way through. Here we are. Sports Genius says, I never actually thought Spurs were going down. Seriously, as an Arsenal fan, I don't want them to go down because of brother Toby. It's sad, bro.
It's bad when you're getting sympathy off Arsenal fans, isn't it?
Mad, isn't it?
If United was going down, mate, I'd be having a fucking party with a bouncy castle with fucking sausage rolls, jelly and ice cream and everything.
Sausage roll, jelly and ice cream. Cecito says, who replaces Spurs when they get relegated from the Big Six? Nobody. Couldn't happen to a nicer ownership. Also, his opinion on Coutinho is hilarious. Worst take ever. Oh, it's Cecito. Obviously, or I believe a Liverpool fan, right, Grizz?
Yeah.
Mate, Grizz, isn't it?
Yeah, that's my boy.
Cool. Red card. Oh, that must have been on tonight's game. Yeah, was it? Yeah. All right, cool. Biggest, well, actually, is this one? I'll save that one for later. It's Arsenal and Spurs related. Sai says Spurs should be a case study for Chelsea. Spurs purports being a big club and thinks they can challenge without proper recruitment. Happens when you have idiots at the top and bottom. TOBS has been on the top and bottom. Saeed, are you there? Yeah. Nah, he's setting himself up, man. Let me let him set himself up. So he took my attention away when he came on. I didn't know whether he was ready or not, but yeah, let me go back to it.
I thought the profile picture was pointing to him, saying, "Yeah, he's there." Look at the profile picture of the skeezer.
Oh yeah,
he's letting us know Saeed's there. Came on.
DJ says, I remember telling this guy months ago the players are shit or trash, and he is still talking about lineups and managers. That's what you call absolutely deluded. That I'm assuming that was on TOBS because you sent that in when he was talking. Sports Genius adds, the Spurs deserve it. They were legit celebrating City beating them on their ground when Champions League was on, just so Arsenal wouldn't win. Do Spurs deserve it? What, you're asking Spurs fans, right? Spurs, even coming from me, you can't say Spurs fans deserve it when they've actually paid a lot of money for their tickets as well. And even when you see something like the other day, which we all laughed at, the way they came out for that Igor Tudor game where it was it the Forest game?
Mm-hmm.
The way they came out for that is quite unique. You know, not many fan bases would come out like that at a time like this. So do they deserve it? The fans, it's hard to say that, you know. Imagine support, and this ain't bad. Imagine supporting Tottenham anyway, and then going through the shit you're going through on top of that, and the way they treated the fans. It's you can't say the fans do, but the club.
The club absolutely deserve it.
The club do. I think
you know what? I think some of the fans deserve it as well. I don't like some of our fans, and I'm sure they don't like me too. I think some of them deserve it.
I see Toby rowing with some Spurs fans.
I can't stand them.
Actually, no. I was going to say that. Assuming. Okay, yeah, this one is Tottenham related. DJ says, assuming Tell doesn't go to Madrid, what kind of GA do you expect from him in Championship? What kind of Madrid is he going to?
Getafe.
Are they Madrid?
Yeah, he's going to Madrid.
Oh, they're in Madrid. Yeah. Sorry.
He's busting joke probably.
I was thinking of team names. What kind of GA do you expect from him in Championship? Some of the players are good. Tell us which ones get in the top 10 squad. List them, please.
So stupid, bro. Like, I don't have time to waste on this. If you can't see the good players in this, the players that I speak to that I believe are actually good players in the team, then there's no point having a discussion, man. It's whatever. Let's move on.
This is kind of a mix, but I'll get it. And Invisible says, Turkish, if you don't win the league this year and Spurs go down, will you shamelessly laugh at them when you are shit yourself? No, I won't. Don't forget, this show birthed with Arsenal being shit. Do you remember me talking much shit about other clubs when we were shit? And I'm not saying we're shit now, but what I'm saying is if the season ends the way you're predicting it ends there, then that will be real shit in the context of things, as shit as it can get in the context of things. So you can't even enjoy Tottenham going down. Huh?
It's mad how the dynamic of this show changed. Like from where you was. I remember you in the top corner, sort of just not really saying too much. Toby was quite happy and content. Tottenham looked like they were doing things. And then to see it this way around now is just fucking.
Do you remember people in the comments used to be like, Turkish never talks, he never backs his team. And then last week is Turkish talks too much, he can't take an L, he's just let people cook. It's completely changed. But that's football.
I started winning the Champions League. My first season on the show, we won the Champions League.
The only person that hasn't needed to change his ways really is Steve over the whole course of this fucking show, because Man City
last season was a bit stinky for me, and then early this season everyone got a bit giddy.
You had what you had before that. A season is what it is.
Huey had the best times. I had to deal with Chelsea with the Gremlins, that relationship. Then I came back, after that, and it wasn't too bad. But then it's the whole Arsenal thing, and the Liverpool thing. But Huey was quite comfortable, I think.
Yeah, he had a nice time. Really had a nice time. Frankie says, new manager bounce is not a myth. Just because Spurs haven't had it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. What we are witnessing embodies what Spurs is about when they need to be serious. Zero mentality. Like strippers on a pole, Tottenham are going down. Arsenal have become arse. Liverpool are playing for Salah. City are City, and Chelsea are shit. Kind of encapsulates everything. Feel bad for TOBS, but not Spurs. Hold. Big up the big six every time. Turkish, been a minute, bro. I hope you're blessed. Big Steve, I'm wounded, but the fight goes on. Sunday, it's war. Love from Dini. Big up Arsenal. Come on.
That's the guy.
You might remember Dini from the back of your chats as well.
Yeah, that's the guy the first one who went against me in Shoreditch.
Was he on a crutch for that one or for TOBS' one?
No, he was all right with me. I watched his lives. I sent him some. Supported his live yesterday when he was on there having a rant.
Dini won the first back of your chat. Remember when we did the winners?
He was on the first ever one.
Bring in SAEED. Bring in SAEED. He's ready.
Okay, bring him in. Cool. All right, let me just finish off the super chats. Then we'll
bring him to the stage.
Snooker Stone says, I think Spurs board were arrogant to think they'd never go down. Tudor was just an appointment till the summer with the mindset we will never go down by the owners.
Facts. Big facts.
Yeah, that's a fair way to look at it. Spurs fans celebrated losing to City and are getting relegated. Chelsea fans celebrated losing to City. Do you see where I'm going with this? Yeah, I get that too, but also generalizing the whole thing is like when people say, you man were talking about the quad to us Okay, some man might have been, but is it you, man?
It's,
Is it the
but-
whole?
but-
There's Chelsea
but-
fans.
but-
There's Chelsea
also-
fans
also-
leaving the stadium early at the weekend. I don't know what Chelsea fans have been celebrating apart from like a couple on TikTok, but yeah, I don't think that's a fair representation of the fan base whatsoever.
Yeah, but my point as well is if the shoes were in the other, if the roles were reversed, your fans would do. Some of your fans would do the same thing. Some of your fans do despicable things, and you win, or you don't win. Some of your fans, not all of them, do despicable things, and you've got the cheek to send these super chats on other fans being shameless. Get the fuck out of here, man. Honestly, I don't want to hear it. I actually don't. I'm sorry. I don't want to hear it. I don't.
I think that's the last one, and he's not top right no more. He's bottom right because Saeed's back in the building. Saeed, what are you saying? Muted? Yeah, muted.
Yeah, that's the best thing you're gonna say all night.
Yeah, what are we saying, Turkish? We co-hosted tonight. What are we saying?
No, you're good, bro.
Am I good?
Yeah,
We're doing a
you're
good job, man. We were getting good numbers and now.
No, you don't.
Yeah, but you've got something to talk about tonight. You were just you.
Yeah, man,
like,
but you know, it's still, you know,
the hosting thing was just warming up for you. You had no
warming up, yeah.
to talk about.
It's
You know,
experience,
You had
experience.
24 days off, bro. You're back now.
Work experience in that. Was it just work experience?
yeah.
Man had 24 days of no game. That's why he was coasting.
Yeah, man.
I said work
Oh
experience.
man, I need 24 more days. I can't lie. Yeah, that's how I play.
You're good, man. Don't worry. You're getting Champions League anyway, man. You're fine.
Oh, man,
Welcome back to the action. But
yeah, we got everyone, man. We got
In
everyone.
Champions League, but yet he's back in the car park and he's fuming. Why?
I don't know. I don't know. He said he changed. He said he was not about that anymore.
Let him.
It says otherwise.
Yeah, listen, we
told him doing his background checks whilst live.
It weren't peak car park. It was just, you know, I was just in the car park. You know what I mean? It was just, yeah. I mean,
why would you in a car park when you don't own a car? Why would you in a car park when you don't own a car?
You know what I mean? That's why we base, man. That's our little therapy. You know what I mean? That's how we chat about the game and we just evaluate what went wrong. And I mean, it's therapy, man. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Say no more. I'm sure we're going to get into it later anyway. 8K here, people. So like the video, match reaction out from Saeed. So if you've watched that, you've watched it. If not, you can watch it after. Go show some love to the individual channels. And yeah, that's the Tottenham super chats done. So on to the next one. And yeah, I said start with Arsenal. We didn't, but surely we move on to us next. I mean, on us, I linked up with a couple of you yesterday, so you know my thoughts on it. After the League Cup, I said I felt a bit I said a day later you feel a bit better about it. 2 days later you feel a bit better about it because the League Cup isn't really something that defines a season for where we are in the context of it. I still feel the way I felt after losing to Bournemouth. I still feel the way I felt right now. I'm sickened, embarrassed, disgusted by not just that game, not just the 90 minutes, the last 4 games. Even Sporting, it was a big away win, but Raya was man of the match. You know, Raya was man of the match for a reason because Sporting had enough chances and he pulled off enough saves to warrant that. You know, in terms of the application out there, and I say it a lot, and people might call me a passion merchant, and I get that. I come from an era where passion, you know, got a lot of clubs over the line, a lot of great eras. And maybe football is definitely not about passion as much as it used to be, but you still need a big chunk of that to win things. That City side has had it. The Liverpool side has had it. The Chelsea side, when they took over in terms of London winning stuff, they had it. Every big side that, you know, they have that heart, fight. The technical stuff might not be working. The tactical stuff might not be working. But guess what? You know, we're gonna pull something out. And it might not be magic. There might be a tackle. It might be even earlier this season, the way we lined up, the way we structured ourselves, it looked like we was going into a position where that unit was going to be formidable. But you can only do that by building an attack on top of that unit, you know. And the failure to build that attack has exposed the unit a bit more, exposed it to more attacks, more pressure, more teams thinking they've got a chance because they know they have very little to worry about in the attack. And that's been a problem all season. As much as I've been confident, as much as I've been clipped many times, yes, I get it. It's part of the job, part of the role. You know, whether it's this or whether it's being a fan, a supporter. But it's been a problem the whole season. It's been a problem from last season. 180 million spent on attack, and it's like for like the same level of problem, if not worse than last season, because you've decided to let Nwaneri go on top. At least last year, between Real and PSG, I'm saying play Nwaneri in the 10. Let's just see what he's like there. These games are nonsense in the league. We've got top 4 wrapped up, but we might need a plan B for PSG, for Real Madrid. We might work it out. He didn't work it out, and the failure to find a plan B eventually came to fruition. PSG lead. We struggled to get back into the tie from that moment. This season's the same thing. If a team goes up, we're struggling. It's a little moment. 20 minutes in, we had no shots on target against Bournemouth at home in a title race. 20 minutes in. How the fuck can you make sense of that? 20 minutes in on a title race, you should be peppering the opposition defense, especially if that defense is sitting bottom half of the table. Yes, Bournemouth play good football. Yes, they might have been in a patch. I don't care about all that. You're going for a title. That should be enough. 20 minutes in, and our first shot or opportunity is a set piece and a header. It's a set piece and a header, Kai Havertz. What does he do with it? He shoulders it. Now, when you're leaving things to these fine margins in games, whether it's this game or Man City in the Carabao Cup, or Man United in the FA Cup last year, or Bayern in the Champions League the year before that, when you leave these games to such fine margins, you need to have the adequate players in attack to finish their dinner. But Havertz is proven not to be that guy. Martinelli, Trossard, we've known their limitations. Halfway through the season, they were our best players in attack. Expectation to reality. The second half of the season, a fall off. It's happened before. This ain't new. We knew we should have done something with them, but it's being exposed now. The midfield becoming a bigger problem as we go along. It's just all Mikel Arteta in that midfield. Safe, risk averse. It's a nothing midfield in terms of chance, in terms of taking a game by the scruff of the neck. You might see Rice out there working hard, box to box, winning it or try, but in totality, the midfield is lacking in abundance in terms of what it needs to get from defense to attack. Zubi never used to be like this. So I look at Arteta about all this and I say, we haven't fucked it, but we're fucking it. And on Sunday, we can well and truly fuck it, or we can well and truly win it. And that's what it's come down to now. It should never have come down to that, but we've allowed it to come down to that. And if we play the way we've been playing against Man City this Sunday, if we play the same way that we've been playing, we will get our asses handed to us on a platter. And the league will be done. So it's all about Sunday, and it's not about the fans anymore and what they do, whether it's leaving early, whether it's breakfast, lunch and dinner and shin pads and scarves. Forget the fans, forget everyone. It's the manager and it's the players now. I don't want to hear no talk, no interviews, no nothing. I'm just like, how can we be top of the league and feeling like this? Because the PTSD kicks in. And I know some of you might say, listen, you're still top. You've got to believe. I don't. Like I said to TOBS, they can stay up. We can win this. We can win this league. We should have won this league. But they've made it fucking very difficult for themselves, because the reality is going to Etihad and pulling out a win after the performances we've been seeing. Yeah. And Sporting is even in the way of that. And I should care a lot about this Sporting game. Honestly, I'm looking at the City game. That's not me looking past Sporting. That's me focusing on what really matters now. Because all of the nonsense, quadruple, treble, whoever was mentioning whatever, it's just nonsense. The reality is the Premier League, we need that. It's a must. Otherwise, it's going to be the biggest bottle job, you know, any of us have seen in any generation. Most embarrassing fall off at the end. And it's just going to be what ifs. buts and maybes again. And it's long for that. It's long for that for another season. I'm sorry. 4 seasons now. This ain't 3 years ago. Remember where we was. I get that. At that time, when you say 3 years ago, remember where we was. 8th, 5th. I get that. 3 years ago now, remember where we was. Challenging for a league title. 2 years ago, challenging for a league title. That is what 3 years ago is now. So get over the line. Get over the line. For goodness sake, we've put the good football aside. We've all said, you know what, fuck it. Even though we care about how we play, because we do, everyone does. We've put that aside. We've put that aside and said, just win it now. But he's failed to build on top of that. You see what Mourinho done with his Chelsea team, or the way he played, or Simeone done with his team. They built defensive units, but they also had that. Firstly, they had attackers that could produce magic, but they created that aura, that formidable aura. Do you get it? Now, at the start of this season, it felt like we was creating that. But all the attacking signings he's made have failed to prove to kick us on. So we've been exposed. Majorly exposed. That's why people say even if we win the league, maybe it's time to move on. Because it's been a failure to build the attack time and time again now. How you serving, man, Noni Madueke in your 6th phase? After we let you off with Havertz 2 years before that, we let you off. Don't let the waka get people. These men get. We all know it's a dud. That's why when people talk about the fans, Arsenal fans have been spectacular for years. Yes, yes, arses fall out. Yes, we get rattled. Yes, there is a chunk that panic, and there is a chunk that are too negative or too positive. I get all that, but in general, in totality, what Arteta's asking for, the fans have delivered over the years. Remember what it was with Wenger to what it has been over the years. Yet they're asking for more. Give us more. This feels like a match reaction now, man. I went into this thinking I'm going to be cool, calm, and collected, but yeah, that's it.
It's peak for you, man. It's actually peak for you, man.
What time Sunday's kickoff? What time Sunday kickoff?
4:30.
What time do you think it is?
4:30.
All of a sudden, Sunday kickoff's going to change.
No, I'm just saying, innit? You're gonna have had breakfast. You're gonna have had lunch. So 4:30, you should be ready, innit? Your team should be ready. Bring it. Bring it to the studio, innit? We'll be there.
We will be there.
We'll be there. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. I'll get my bit out of the way, right? Call it what you want. Say what you want. I think you go and get the draw. No. What do you mean here?
Get the fuck out of here, man.
I'm glad
he did.
Let him carry on, Steve. Let him carry on, man.
This is what we want. This is what we want. Let him continue. This is what we want, guys. Let him continue.
Why he didn't dip? He got kicked out, bro.
I'm glad he's
Turkish on the dictatorship thing.
I don't want you, please, man.
What am I going to say? You don't even know where I'm going.
I know everyone knows where you're going.
You don't know. No one knows anymore.
We know.
No one knows anymore.
Go.
No one knows anymore.
As long as you promise not to do this in my segment, because
segment is different.
I will drive to your house without a license and find you.
Mine and your segment is different now.
So you can play your games here. Skip.
No, there's no games.
When we get to my segment, don't play with me.
Look,
you know that meme where it says we need to start a dialogue. That's what GRIZZ is doing now. We
often talk about mentality mindsets. We talk about mindsets, yeah? How about this? Everything seems to be doom and gloom right now around Arsenal, the fan base. Yeah, their media, X, wherever you want to call it, whichever platform you look at, YouTube, content creators going mad. But if they go there and don't lose, do we think that's that? I think
if we draw, it's not that. It's not that's that. It's not that's that. Do you know we can drop points to Newcastle, Palace away last game of the season, West Ham.
We know that, but this is a 6-pointer.
If we win,
there's 3 results.
If we win, I think then it'll be a 2-game swing with the goal difference. If we win, it's important. It's pretty much a wrap.
The way I look at it,
even then, the way we capitulate. We've capitulated 3 times this season, and each and every time we've allowed City back in it. Twice, we've got away with it. We can't get
There's
away with
3
it now. Either
results
you do
possible
it or
on
you don't
Sunday.
do it on Sunday. If you
Yeah,
do
there's
it,
3 results.
Job's not
3
done.
results possible on Sunday. You have hey, you shut up. Soon come. 3 results possible on Sunday. You
A
have
win, a draw, and a loss. Shock horror.
You have 2 out of 3 to get. Come on.
Mhm.
The percentages is in your favor.
Fuck
They
them.
need to beat you. They need to beat you. That's all I'm saying. I don't think you should be. I don't think you should be this much. Not you, but just the Arsenal fan base on totality. In totality,
a draw is a better result for us. A draw is a better result. For
I
us,
think.
but
I
it
think.
doesn't matter.
I think a draw is a very good result for you because they're banking on winning on Sunday.
I hope
levels of confidence
Arteta
are
goes
sky high
into this
right now.
game with the same mindset that you have, which is
That's
a
what I was gonna
draw is
say.
enough. Because if you go to that game with a
Yeah.
draw is enough, you lose.
Facts.
If you don't go there with the intention to
He
win,
ain't changing that, Matisse.
yeah, I'm not saying he is, but I'm just saying
he
what
ain't
you're
changing
saying
that.
right now. What you're saying right now is part of the problem. Part of the reason Arsenal are in this mess is because they've
Facts.
played the percentages too often and been too risk avert. They've not played their own game. They've not played their football. Whether they're capable of even playing their football, I don't even know anymore because this guy has sucked the absolute life out of them. I've been flirting with the conversation. This guy, even if he wins it, if I was an Arsenal fan, oh my God, I think I'd want him gone because there's no way you can hang your hat. No, seriously. There's no way you can sit here and watch this football and watch the trajectory and watch what he's done to some of these key players and think that Arsenal are going to go on to win next season majors when Man City are going to add to their team again. Liverpool are going to have their second season with a lot of these players. I know we do this every single season, but why on earth, when you're at your pinnacle, since the Burgundy boys, like I say, since Highbury, you're at your pinnacle in terms of squad, in terms of position finish, in terms of Champions League. Why on earth would you hedge your bets next season on this manager? What some of you lot are afraid of change. What the hell do you think is going to happen with Saliba and Gabriel under a top manager, someone else? Do you think it's just going to all implode? This is what this project parasite behavior has done to football fans. They think that this one glowing godly figure is the only man that can lead their merry men to the fucking to the summit. It's not. Football don't work like that. Football don't work like that. The squad is there. The squad is done. He's built the squad. But who's to say the next? You literally just won the league slot in his first season. Who's to say that Arsenal with a new manager, new words, new lease of life, new communication, new team talks, new tactics, fresh ideas, do not go on and win next season with someone
I'm not
else?
saying none of that.
What is this obsession
I'm
with?
not saying none of-
We have to stick by. This guy's been... No, let me land. This guy has been given more time than anybody else at a top club. More power, more control, more time than anyone else to not deliver the majors. It's never been done at anyone's club before. There's no comparison to Klopp. There's no comparison to Pep, not Jose, not nobody. Pochettino got cussed for less. I said it I keep saying it. If this was Poch, if this was a different character, they would be getting absolutely dragged across the floorboards. And you know it, Grizz. I know you've got stocks invested and you've been there.
I'm not disagreeing.
The fact of the matter is, this guy, bro, he is hampering this team. There can't be this many players playing this poorly in terms of the attack, and it's not down to him at this point. And the way that he talks, bro, it's rattling other people outside your fan base. The way this guy, the arrogance. How could you ask your fan base to turn up? You don't turn up as a team, as a coach, and there's no accountability. None. Do you know how mad that is?
I think
crazy.
I agree with everything that you said after your initial statement. The only part I butted in and I disagreed with was you can't sack him and they won't sack him if you win the league.
No, you say you can't. You can. The paperwork can
No, but you can. No,
We're
I
in
agree with the
unprecedented
rest.
territory. They don't like their manager.
With the rest.
They don't like their manager. It's unprecedented.
In reality, if he gets them over the line, this will be the process, the end of the process. So, phase 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He needs to look. If he doesn't get over the line, he should be hurled out. He should be booted out because of all the reasons that you've mentioned. But if he gets over the line, in the reality of things, come on, let's be real, he won't be sacked.
No, I'm not talking about what the hierarchy will do. I'm talking about from a
in terms of everything that you said.
Because remember, this is how far down the line you are. So you're looking at trajectory. You're not looking at, it's his second season and he can
Yeah,
change.
but
and he can
trajectory is at his
improve.
peak now, Matisse. The curve, the phase, the process is now. It's at his peak. He needs to get over that. I agree, but this is where the peak is: the title or nothing.
Yeah, and
I
the peak,
don't
the
think
peak,
it's at
and the
his
peak
peak,
of being
though.
able to attract a top manager. Remember,
Do you
that's
know what
also
the
this
do
is
you
also
know
the
what?
peak for that.
Do you know what tends to happen as well? People forget how you felt last season. Just think, and I'm talking Arsenal fans, just think how you felt 23-24. We went, toe to toe, and City beat us to the Aston Villa game. Proved costly. But the summer before, Rice and Havertz, big signings. It looked like Arteta had his pieces in place to now take it over the line. We bought Calafiori, Marino, and Timber. Timber got in. Was that something like that? Think about how you felt after the toe-to-toe season with City, and then the season after, which was last season. Because after the toe-to-toe season with City, that was our second title challenge. And then going into the third season, the thought process was, you got to get it done now. We didn't get it done. And we was far from getting it done. Then this summer, the money spent. So the conversation that Matisse is talking about, it's a very valid conversation because we don't need to rebuild our defense. He's done that. The contracts are signed. It's in place. And big credit to him for that, because I've seen this club in a place where contracts were run down and big players were sold and left because of the lack of ambition. So he must be doing a lot right to firstly have us top and have every good player at the club re-signed to a contract. But the attack, he's failed to build it or rebuild it, you could say. You could say the Jesus year, that was a good signing because we started playing good football and we was actually a threat and a bit tantalizing. You could say that, but then the injury coming, unfortunate. You could say he's unfortunate with that one. But Havertz, what you done with that one? Nonsense. 2 years later, Gyökeres, I wanted, right? But part of that wanting Gyökeres was asking to change it up a little bit because we needed to already last summer change up the way we played to open up the attack a bit. Lo and behold, it's April 2020. We're talking about the same thing. So Gyökeres came in. Gyökeres hasn't done what we all hoped he would, and that's transfer at least the majority of that goal scoring to here. A lot of that, in my opinion, you could also say, well, the football, the tactics, it doesn't suit him. He's still got 12 goals. Maybe he scores nearer 20 with a team that actually play good football, transition quickly. Madueke, signing Havertz is crazy. Understand that. Signing Havertz that summer, Havertz flopped at Chelsea, Pepe flopped at Arsenal. That summer, Pepe left for 0, and we signed Havertz for the same price Chelsea fucking signed him for. They both flopped. How does that make sense? Madueke signs for Chelsea, flops. We paid nearly double what Chelsea paid, and he becomes a more bit part player for us than he was for Chelsea, but we paid nearly double what Chelsea paid for him when Kvaratskhelia was available 6 months before that. Semenyo was available on the day he was doing that. You could even say Kudus, because Kudus is another level of player to him. That talent ID to me is shocking. It's shocking. Just those two players. He couldn't answer that, because there is no words you could say to justify signing those two players. Now, keeping Martinelli and Trossard on that other side, so the conversation of Arteta, what Matisse says, it's a valid conversation because the attack needs to be rebuilt again. So if we get over the line, that's what needs to be done. The attack, and now the midfield needs some magic. It needs a Shirky. It needs even summer I said, let's go for Shirky cheap. But dare Arteta go for that type of character? Dare he do that? Because that's his problem, in my opinion. He doesn't want to go for them type of characters that you need. So that's held him back in attack. But the talent ID, look at where we're at with our attack. Like I'm saying, halfway through the season, I said Madueke and Trossard and Martinelli probably been our best attackers pound for pound. Now I'm saying Gyökeres has probably been best. The bar is so low for a team at the top of the table that were 9 points clear not long ago. So on one hand, Arteta's, because I look at the side and I think, because someone asked in the comment section, does this side win things under another manager? I think the side needs work. I can't say 100%. This side we're seeing here does. From here, yes, you can say that. From where we are. But in terms of our attack, it's not a great bundle of players. Even Eze, if you wanted Eze, like how we wanted Eze as fans, you would have got him. Not wait for Tottenham to go and then go get him. So some of the transfer business in attack, and then he comes in, he plays on the left a couple games. Madueke played on the left. It's just it's like you're doing a jigsaw. You're missing some pieces, so then you go buy a bag of jigsaws and hope that the pieces you're missing is in that bag. You find that it's not, and then you're fucking trying to break pieces into the missing. It's just like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
You need a clear out, man. You need a clear out in the attack for sure. Irrespective of what happens this summer, the worst thing you can do is rest and believe that like some of these players are good enough. I'm talking flush them out. Like Jesus is obviously gone. We know he's gone, but there needs to be a concerted effort to push the likes of Havertz out the door, to push Martinelli out the door, to push. I know he just signed last summer, but if you were a serious club about their business, you would get rid of Madueke in the summer. You'd get rid of Madueke in the summer. Trossard is a funny one because it's like he's been poor for a long time this season, but he's someone who can nick a goal. It's not like you lose that much if you were to sell him, but similarly, it's not like you make that much. Sorry, it's not like you make that much if you sell him, but it's not like you lose loads if you were to sell him, provided you actually get a bad boy attacker. What I'm saying is there's about 4 or 5 players in the attack that
even Odegaard. You didn't say Odegaard.
I was going to say Odegaard.
He's an option. He's 100%. He's another
maybe
one
a new
well,
manager even just rips the armband off of him because this manager won't. You know what I mean?
My guys, these guys are on big wages. Who's taking these guys, man? They're on big wages. Why would Jesus want to leave? Why would Havertz want to leave?
I think it's end of contract, is it, Jesus? Yeah.
Okay, maybe Jesus, but Havertz is on 280.
I think it was Havertz that got injured. Is why they went for Eze. I'm sure that was what triggered it as well. It wasn't even.
No, they were going to get Eze. They were going to get Eze.
Well, they supposedly, but they only moved for him after Havertz
you're
got
right.
injured.
You're right.
So only when Havertz got injured, they actually went and slapped down the money.
But imagine Havertz gets injured and you sign Eze. What the fuck has one got to do with the other? Like this is one of the fucking players. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you knew you needed something like that, but you waited for something like this to get injured before you got something like that. That doesn't scream confidence in building what you're building in attack. It doesn't.
It's peak, man. It's actually peak, Like I can see Steve is obviously waiting and that, but like
are Arsenal going down? Like,
I'm gonna say
the energy's changed in the room. You know what I mean? The energy's changed a lot. We've had to sit here and listen to the, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, the parade, the trophies coming, we're the best team in the world, we're going to win the quad, the Sharks are finished. I've had to listen to this shit all season. And then now, the best team in the world, who wanted the best striker in the world because he scored more goals in Portugal than anyone else, we wanted Eze, the missing piece of the jigsaw. We needed to get Zubamendi, the World Cup winning midfielder. Now, all of a sudden, they're not good enough. Nah, I'm not wearing that shit. Just tell the truth, innit? You're scared. Your arse has fell out. The whole fan base is in panic stations. Yeah? You're talking about getting rid of your manager. You're 9 points clear. Your manager's walking down the pitch with players holding pens. You've got giant screens with TikTok on the training pitch while they're training. Yeah? All the while, Manchester City are just doing what they do best. Ticking along. You told me on this show several times, Steve knows. Steve does know. But now you know. And your fan base know how this ends, yeah? I said it the first week of the season. Dancing in September, crying in May. That's the Arsenal way. You tried to mock it. You tried to laugh. You tried to say this. We're different this season. We're built different now. It's changed now. Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed at all. The only thing that changed is you've got a big lump of shit in your nappy because you know that this big blue shark is swimming again. So we don't want to hear the sob stories. We don't want to wear all the fucking, we should have signed him and he's not good enough. We don't want to wear any of that shit. Let's just get it down on the table, balls out next Sunday. Like I said weeks ago, let's have a good old fucking shootout at the Etihad Stadium, because we've got something for you on Sunday. Let me tell you that. We've fucking got something for you. We've got something for your fans. We've got something for fucking Legohead. We've got something for everyone that's been talking shit about Manchester City this season. And everyone that said Pep Guardiola should go. And everyone that said Big Steve should criticise his players. Well, fuck you. Fuck your manager. Fuck your team. Because on Sunday, Man City are going to smoke you. And then it's over. It's over. Because then we're on you like fuck. It'll be the biggest bottle job demolition that's ever fell apart in history. And you're finished. You're finished. But you've been talking a lot all season. You've been waffling a lot all season. We've had to put up with your stupid fucking TikToks and memes and rolling spliffs and all this fucking shit. You know what I mean? It's all ending, mate. It's all ending. The receipts are there. Trust me. Your team's not built for it. Your fans aren't built for it. Your manager's not built for it. But we are. And all I'm going to say is roll on fucking Sunday, because Manchester City Football Club have got something special for you.
Hot.
Now that is... Let
me tell you something. SAEED, if these lot do a treble, a domestic treble, you better wipe that smile off your face.
Brother, what can I do, man?
Manchester City Football Club, we need to have conversations. I've been cussing all season. I've been saying there ain't no hope, no prayer. So I'm ready to take my Big Steve cooking. If they win a domestic treble, which, by the way, they look like they will get the FA Cup, because there's no way in hell.
Oh, what about you?
No. We just played them. We just played. We should be cooked too. Everybody has to be accountable.
You can win it. Or you can win it.
Brother, we just got cooked by City, and I don't even know if we get past Leeds the way they played tonight. So it's looking long for us. I'm just saying, if Man City win a domestic fucking treble on this panel this year, I'm happy to stand. Like, we should all be lined up in the firing squad. I'm sorry, it's not even funny anymore. It's not even like the blue cartel, my oil, bro. Like, this is dark. You know how off it they are this year. They have been off it. They have been out of sight. The fact that this is even a possibility, nah. We talk about Farmers League. Now everybody's got to take licks, man. Everybody's got to be accountable. It's crazy.
Let's be real. Let's be real. Let me just say this, Grizz. Let me just say this. Let's be real. We know facts. The last 3 years, one team going into the last 10 has always shit the bed, right? We know the other team going into the last 10 has got it in them to go and snatch it, right? So when I'm telling everybody, let me do me. No one's telling me how I back my team and what I should say, because I know my team better than most, yeah? I know what's coming. And I know my manager better than most. And I know Pep Guardiola, the disrespect people were showing him. He's finished. Haaland's a lamppost. This, that, and the other. No one's laughing anymore. Now they're thinking, shit, where's this Man City team come from? We played them in a cup final. They were favourites. We beat them. We played Liverpool a week after. 4-0. We beat them. Then we just gone to Stamford Bridge, which was the banana skin. And we beat them. So now it's a shootout. And I said I wanted a shootout weeks ago. I said, let's have our balls out at the Etihad and have a shootout, because that is what we want. And do you know what, at the beginning of the season, when I said, I know where we need to be. And all these people in the chat, you still know where you need to be, Steve? Do you still know where? Well, yes, I do. And do you know where we are? Exactly where we need to be. There's no point being ahead against a team that struggles with pressure. You need to be behind a team for pressure. You need to be putting the pressure on that team, waiting for them to go and to fall. And that is exactly what Pep and City have done. We're ready to pounce. It's our time now. And like I said, we'll see on Sunday. No sob stories, no fucking whinging, no Arteta out, no more signings. No, we should have done this. We should have done that. You should have done fuck all. 11v11, Sunday, Etihad Stadium. End of story. Let's get it done.
You know what's a concerning thing though? I know we still talk about Arsenal, but man, the corners have run out. The corner juice run out. You know, man. Yeah. Now, real talk, man. Like
their corners are thinning out. Like, man, this gone.
Yeah, man.
Bro, it's the truth. It's thinning out, bro. The hairline's going, bro. It's thinning out. The corners are gone.
Wallahi, I'm not gonna lie to you. Them man were doing short corners, and I get it. Yeah, like Bournemouth might have had a height advantage or something like that, but I was like, yo, man, they're not even doing set pieces, you know. And then they're throwing on Max Dowman, who I said he should have started because I thought he couldn't do any worse than Madueke. But even him, like, the teams are now thinking, you know what, let's double up on him now. You know what I mean? Let's triple up on him. I saw Eze in the 6, man, them. Eze playing as a 6. I think Jesus went out and just, I don't know what he was doing up front. Nothing's working. They're not playing well. They're not creating a bagload of chances. You've seen the whole XG in terms of open play. They weren't creating anything of notable threat. Like that penalty was it. They weren't going to score. So now you look at you like, you say GRIZZ like go for a draw, but I just think it's a wrong mindset because it's
No. I'm not saying go for a draw.
I'm saying though, like as a draw, like he will go in there thinking, right, if I play haram ball, but this Man City team is playing at a level now where Turkey will find a way. You sit back, they will find a way. You see Ben White, I don't know if Timber's back. Ben White is bro, the guy's not looking behind him. Happened against Southampton, happened here. So the warning signs are there. They didn't play well at
let me ask you all something, including Steve, yeah? It's relevant to what you just said and what Steve said earlier.
Yeah.
If Arteta goes and does this again, the pragmatic, try and control the game to death type of performance again. And by again, I mean Liverpool, game week 5, it didn't work. No. Man City, game week 8 or 9, it didn't. We can go back to the big games this season and say this didn't work, right?
Even Chelsea away,
2 weeks ago, Carabao Cup. Now, if he does it again, which when people say he can't exactly change it up now, it's mad. I get that too, but that's his problem now. But if he goes and does the same thing again, can't you understand why we are so frustrated by this point? Because if he does the same thing again and loses on Sunday, it's pretty much everything thrown away in a matter of weeks because of a lack of learning. You surely that Liverpool and Man City game at the start of this season, those should have been the learning curves. Against Newcastle, he opened up a bit. He played Eze, I think.
He played Eze in the 10, I think.
And then we won that game. Yeah. We played a bit better. But then every big game since, it's been more, not Champions League, but in the league. Like Liverpool again. Remember when I said, if we win the next 5 games, we can win the league at the Etihad. Liverpool was the next game. We went in pragmatic in a game where we could have wrapped this league title up early. Oh, yeah. So if he does it again, Steve, do you understand where we are coming from in terms of, I'm not here putting... Listen,
what I'm trying to say is, if I'm Arteta now and I'm seeing this meltdown online from my own fans, in my opinion, I'm thinking my own supporters don't even believe in me that I can go to the Etihad and win it.
Steve, he shouldn't even be online. He shouldn't even be online, Steve.
No, but it doesn't matter. But they are, and you know that for a fact. They are online. But this is the difference. But if have we ever seen before a team that are 9 points clear at the top of the league, and this kind of reaction from the home supporters? It's a reaction of PTSD. We spoke about it at weekends, seriously. But the one thing I can say is, Arteta has got to come up with something different on Sunday to win that game. This is a real test whether this guy is the coach that is the Nerley man, or he's the man that has got something for Pep, because he's been learning with Pep. Pep in the Carabao Cup exposed him, and he put a blueprint down, and teams recently have done the same and exposed him. He has got to go to the drawing board now and say, right, he got one over on me there. I could have the last laugh here. I win at the Etihad, we win the league. Right, and that is it. Every meltdown and everything that these fans are having now is all forgotten about on Sunday. If Arsenal beat City 100%. At the Etihad, that is the 100%. Kind of massive game that he is in now. So he has definitely got to change something. But whether he's got that in the locker, I don't know. That is what I'm saying. So if I'm an Arsenal fan,
do you agree? It's win. Like he needs to win this league, or he's gone.
Yes, I agree with that. But what I'm saying is,
but no one's disagreeing with that.
What I'm trying to say is, though, right? You cannot say that it's not strange that a team. I don't know any other supporters in the world where the team's 9 points clear in the league and they're behaving in this way. Do you understand that? From an outside view, that to me feels strange.
Okay, tell me a team in the world that has done what we've done in the last 4 seasons.
No, I get it, and I get the PTSD angle,
It's
but
all
surely to
unique.
God,
You get it?
you can't get yourselves 9 point clear, 12 points clear, and still have that feeling. There's got to be a point where you think, do you know what? It's different now, you know. And do you know why people, you know, when you talk about Pep and the City fans and stuff, and we don't get on his back and stuff, we don't. You've no tell me this season we've been beat off Bodo Glimt, we've been beat off teams we shouldn't have got beat off. There's no meltdown. People try and drag us into the meltdown, the online, let's go City, they're going to Pep, get him out and that. We don't fall for it because we've got the other side of the PTSD. We know that you cannot doubt this manager, a manager like that. You can't, because you know what's going to happen with Pep. And look what he's done now. City at the minute, look, the real deal. He's found a system and a way of playing. They're looking good. Cherky's in the team, etc., etc. But with Arsenal, my opinion, I just think it's all down to this game. It's all you're going to see at weekend. If he comes up with a masterclass at weekend and you beat City at the Etihad, you've won the league because it's a big result.
What it is?
It kicks City in the bollocks, right? Which I've said for years. You've got to kick your rival in the bollocks. We went to Arsenal on that Wednesday, whatever night it was, and we went there with Jack Grealish and them, and we beat them. We had to put a marker down and beat them. Then we went to the Etihad, Kevin De Bruyne, Haaland up front, layoff. We beat them. And we put a marker down. You ain't coming in our backyard taking it from us. And this is what you've got to do to us. But I don't think you can do it. But like I say, if I'm an Arsenal fan, it's just shit or bust at weekend. That's it. Shit or bust.
We talk about all the phases and all the processes and all the press conferences Arteta's done and all the lines that he's come out with and everything else. You're absolutely spot on, Steve. Sunday is the peak of everything that he said, trained, interviewed, everything that he said. Bring your dinner, all that jokes, what we bust, cuss, whatever. Yeah, you're right. And Turkish is right as well. He has to show himself now that he's reached a level of coaching ability that he's something different. Because you're right. I fear he doesn't know anything else, guys.
That's because he's been stubborn.
I was going to say,
learn it. He's doubled down on what worked.
Do you know what, Turkish? You have to remember, it's still his first job. He's still his first major job.
He needs to remember that.
He needs to remember that. When he talks, yeah. and the attitude he brings to the media and everything else, he needs to remember that. I agree. But 5 games to go. You go to the Etihad. It's pretty much a shootout, like it was the cup final. I genuinely ask you guys to think: will he change anything?
By the way,
he's got to change.
We got to think about Sporting. By the way, guys, we can't just brush at Sporting. You know,
they'll beat Sporting at home. They'll beat Sporting at home. But here's another angle from you, right? Here's another angle from your honest opinion from the panel. The things that we see him do, the light bulbs, the speakers, the TikToks on the screens, the pencils and stuff. When does this become weird? Because this isn't having an effect.
When you don't win, Steve. When you don't win,
right? But they've not been winning.
That's
right?
what I mean.
Not won. So now this season, when they get themselves in front, why has he got players? Why has he got players holding pencils and stuff? Because if I'm a player, I'm thinking to myself, this guy don't believe in us. He don't believe in our mentality. He's got us doing these daft things here because he's questioning certain things. You don't see that from Pep. You don't see Pep players doing mad interviews before games. It's not all about that. It's all behind closed doors and quiet, and you see snippets of things. You know what I mean? This Arteta thing, it's either fucking genius or weird. Because is it a Netflix thing? Is it done for the TV? Is it about him? Oh, I did this and I changed the mentality of the squad. I think the mentality of the squad up to 3 or 4 weeks ago was quite good. I think you've just got to motivate them to get over the line, not do stupid gimmicky things. And why is it coming out? If they've got the screen on in training with TikToks on and they want to do that, how's that getting out? Because the training, it's all locked behind closed doors. Why is that being shown? Because you're going to get took the piss out of. Whoever at Arsenal knows if that comes out, they're playing TikToks. The whole world of the internet and all rival fans are going to get on it. You're putting more pressure on your own club that doesn't deal with pressure. It needs to be a locked up shop. You're going for a title. It's serious. Lock down the press. Do what United used to do. Anyone written a story about Alex Ferguson or Man United, he won't get in the fucking ground the week after. You're not coming in here, mate. You're a dickhead. It's just like a circus. And this is what I'm saying.
That's why I know the fans. I know the fans can, you know, apply pressure and they can relieve pressure. I know that, and the fans are often debated about, all right, you know, atmosphere or, you know, whether it's any club. But like, come on, like, we need to see that it's just madness. How can you forget the fans for a second? You're putting pressure on yourself before a Carabao final. Rice interview. In that Rice interview, by the way, he said something along the lines of, and this is why you don't. I'll smash this man cat up. This he said. We need to win this because it can be the platform for greater things. You don't do interviews. Because that you lot have said this, right? So I'm not saying it's false. It might be true. It might be proven to be true. But now you've said it and we've lost. What does that do then? What does that do then to the platform that you said we need to go on to greater things? Just Eze had an interview that weekend. Couple more players had in. We put pressure on ourselves. Like just go into hiding.
The Carabao Cup final was important. And people can say it wasn't important, but it was. Something shifted then. City finally got in their head and thought, you know what? We can beat these, but let's have it. Let's have it. And we've ran with it. And yous have gone that way, and we've gone that way. And this is where it's come to the crossroads now. And all seriousness, banter aside, these are the games that you want. This is what you watch football for. This is why you go to the stadium, to get that feeling. I've said it. I said it with GRIZZ many times when we had the toe-to-toe with Liverpool. You want to get up and feel nerves because you think, fucking hell, today's the day, and Sunday's the day, and either Arsenal fans are going to end up with egg on the face, City fans are going to have egg on the face. That's part of what we do. That's why we're on this show. It's entertainment, but it's serious now. And like you say, only a few weeks ago, the press are talking up quadruples, and that any sensible football man knows that's nonsense. It's impossible to do that. But looking at the Arsenal squad, looking where they was, looking at Liverpool dropping off and stuff, looking at City, it's always been, it's Arsenal's, and now it's getting very, very close to going right to the wire. And like you say, one team's got a track record of getting over the line and chasing teams down and hunting them down and stealing titles, and the other's got a record of wobbling near the death. So, like I say, it's a massive game, and let's go for it, man.
You're right. That's what football is about.
It's literally, two scenarios.
But you know what it is from my perspective. The energy you're going in with is the right type of energy, right? But how the fuck can I have that same energy with what we're seeing out there? Do you get what I'm saying?
You see me though. I'm the same. I'm consistent, same energy all season.
No, forget what we know that City are great. When you win a lot of things, that energy is right. But how can I have that same energy after what I've seen for the last 3-4 games? Because that's how it's meant to be.
You couldn't, because you'd be false, because we all know that your fan base ain't thinking that. We've seen it with our own eyes. We're all online. We see it.
No, some fans are in the comments saying, how can I not stick up for the club more? We still got some of them here. Don't get it twisted. We've still got some people that will go to full.
Bro, they've been sending me. I put it on my story today. They're sending me DMs. I don't want to support this club anymore. I want to support Man City. Mad people. People are mental. But we get that in any walks of life. But forget them. At the end of the day, we know, footballing conversation aside, we spoke about it yesterday on the mob, and we know that Sunday's game's massive. It's either
football's mad, people. Football's mad. I'm telling you. Sunday could be mad. If Arsenal win, right? If Arsenal turn around and win, this show could be one for the ages, bro. That's what I'm saying.
But then
the
again,
other way around.
All them Arsenal fans that were trying to get me to concede.
Yeah,
the Arsenal fans that were trying to get me to concede in the chat and stuff and in the comments. Steve needs to say this. It
was mind games. Yeah.
No, but they're trying to make me. You can't play mind games with me. You should know that on here, innit? They can't play mind games with me because they wanted me to concede to make them feel better and stroke the little ego. No, what, man? I never conceded nothing. I back my team to the death. No one can tell me what to say. No one can tell me what to do. No one can try and tell me how I'm going to play it. I play it how I want to fucking play it. And at the end of the day, we've played like Turkish. We've played a meticulous game. It's ready to go. We're ready to go now. We're where we need to be. We are ready.
No, you are.
Let's go. It's on
No,
our
no,
terms
look,
now. It's at our ground
everything-
now. We're having it.
Everything that you've said has come to fruition right now. Prophesized, said what you want, because this was it. We didn't envisage this 2 months ago, because you said when it comes to the head-to-head, this is where I want to be. You got to get over the line, though, now. You got to get over the line.
100%.
Because if you don't,
100%.
we're going to have another show. We're going to have another
100%.
show. You need to get over the line now. Because everything that you've said so far has been absolutely, we're like speechless. And I'll say, I'm the first one to hold my hand up. And I said it. If Pep wins the title this season, the greatest. He's the greatest.
You've already said he's the greatest.
No, I think he's the greatest anyway. But cemented, I said. Remember, I said he cement his place in my team. Because that'll be the
Well, Alex
13th
Ferguson
season.
exists.
No. I'm sorry.
Someone
in
just
this
said
day and
there in
age,
the comment.
in this day and age where everyone's got money, Saeed.
You
Everyone's
know,
got
Steve,
money.
can you actually get him a City shirt, please? Can you buy him a City shirt?
I'm being
I
honest.
just want to say one last thing, yeah, that made me laugh then. Someone in the
man.
comments just said, does Steve wear a Man City kit in bed? The answer is yes, I wear a Man City kit in bed, but you Arsenal fans wear nappies in bed because you always shit the bed, and we'll leave it there.
This is embarrassing. And look at Roms as well, man. Get out of here, Roms, man.
Let me do the super chats now. We've got a lot of super chats. I'm gonna try to get all of them in. What's the time? 10 past. Let me work at them and see. This was a 2-part, but the first part is kind of on something else, so I'm gonna get this one in. Say Arteta finishes second and gets sacked at the end of the season alongside Slot, who has had a better legacy. Well, come on, that's a silly question, brother. Slot's won the league. So moving on, Chris says, big up, quote, dread it, run from it, destiny arrives all the same. Arsenal might do 4 in a row. Is this the quad some Arsenal fans meant? Turkish, do you think if we had Wenger till the end, we can win? I'm interested in Big Steve's opinion on this. Would you be more nervous? What are you saying, Wenger from the next 6 games?
Yo, man. Let him do the offside rule, man, and all that, man.
Yeah, it's a weird. Yeah, I mean, it's just...
what are we doing here, man? Let him rest, man.
The problem with us, yeah, is Wenger was too loose with it.
Yeah.
And Arteta's too strict with it. So we've gone from too loose to too strict. Like Wenger would play the same way against Barcelona and Huddersfield. Like there was no in between. He'll play the same way. Whereas Arteta is meticulous with the way he wants the players to move on that pitch. So we needed something a bit more, like a mix would be nice. Arsenal felt the shark waves and about to lose their best chance of winning the league. Panel, who do you see winning the league next season? I mean, let's let this season finish first before we talk about next season, brother. Steve, I have to know, since I do respect what you have to say, if you were an Arsenal fan, how would you approach this situation we have put ourselves in? Big up to all of you.
Like I said before, you've got to trust your manager. If he proves on Sunday whether he's a good manager, if he shits the bed and he doesn't come anything tactically to win Arsenal the game, then he's not the man. If he comes out and pulls a masterclass like Pep did at Wembley, Arsenal didn't expect it, and Arsenal go on and win the game, then you've got something in him. But at the minute, it's looking a bit weird and borderline shit. So we'll see.
Aaron says, crazy to think Turkish and Gabriel have had more hair transplants than Arsenal have won trophies in the last 6, soon to be 7. Hashtag bottlers in it. Ray adds, Turkish, would you bring Arteta out banner if he fails to win anything and stays at the club? He got rid of Xhaka, Oba, Partey for safety first players. Again, let it play out. I don't even go games like that anymore to be bringing banners anywhere, but just let it all play out, man. Let it all play out. Most Arsenal players have proven they're very good. Must be the coaching. We desperately need some fresh air, i.e., a new manager. I think a lot of the side needs changing. That's part of the problem. That one's a red card. That's on today. City are on for a domestic treble in a rebuild season, while this Arsenal team are at their absolute peak. Absolutely, we're not at our peak. We're at the end of a cycle too, which makes it all the more important we pull something out of this fucking cycle, because imagine a cycle with nothing. That's fucking mad. So yeah, biggest story if it happens: Arsenal bottling it or Spurs relegated. Arsenal bottling it.
Could be a bad time for North London this season.
North London forever, man.
100%.
Whatever the weather, man.
Listen, he got away with the fucking intro. He ain't gonna get away with it. This guy said title challenge and we can win Champions League this year. London's burning this weekend. He's been quiet. You lot smoked them, so we're gonna move on to that one as well.
I hear you. He's
Am
being
I lying?
humble there.
Yeah, just chilling there again on his
chilling, man.
thing.
Yo, Matisse, man. Where you at, Matisse?
Daniel says
He's been cracking all his jokes in the WhatsApp.
Oh, shut the fuck up, man. God damn. Just let me
No.
Just let it go, man. You're literally 18th. People are gonna crack jokes, bro. Just let it go. Don't be
He's on the Big Six account. He's on WhatsApp. He's
don't be complaining.
Oh.
You're this is unprecedented. If anybody else on this panel,
bro, we're not talking about Tottenham. We're talking about Chelsea.
No, I'm not talking about Tottenham. I'm talking about this panel.
Chelsea.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Chelsea, but we're going through super chats. If anybody else was on this panel in 18th, you would be sending in voice notes, you'd be sending in videos, you'd be doing a whole heap of shit. So don't pretend, you just accuse Arsenal fans of pretending like they wouldn't do the same thing. You don't pretend. You are loud.
Pretending shit.
You are loud.
Listen, you
are
can say
loud.
what you want.
You were talking about Andre Santos for like 6 weeks straight. So don't talk about this.
I just don't want you to be quiet when it comes to Chelsea because there's a reason you're protesting next week.
I'm waiting.
There's a reason you're protesting next week.
Why don't be quiet? I'm waiting my turn. Yeah, I'm just saying you don't be a hypocrite.
Yeah,
because if
I'm not being a hypocrite. If
SAEED was in 18,
the man are saying you're quiet. The man are saying you're quiet.
I'm waiting.
We're getting roasted.
I'm waiting.
This is a late one and a long one, so let's park off the but yeah, Turkish. How do you pronounce Kepa's last name? Ariza. And 2019 Robertson versus 08 Evra. Who you got, boys? As much as I don't like the guy 08 Evra, but that's no disrespect to Robertson. By the way, I think Robertson was cold at his peak.
I agree.
Florida City fan. Are we going to the parade for the treble? Must be a city. Oh, Florida City fan. Okay. Sorry. I read that in one thinking you support Florida City. That one's United. Turkish. Would you press a button to simulate the rest of the season knowing you get knocked out to Sporting but win the league? Or let it play out with a chance of winning both or nothing? I wouldn't simulate it because you got to live it. But if you're asking me, would I take being knocked out by Sporting this week to knowing we beat City at the Etihad and win the league? Yes, I take that. But yeah, I wouldn't simulate it because you got to feel the league.
Let it all work out, innit?
Something like that. Did your season work out?
No, you know this though. We don't know about you.
Do you know this? I don't know. I'm just asking.
1 win against Fulham, you know, and he's bouncing.
No, he's back. He's loud. Is that the war hat back again? Is that the fucking war hat?
Back, you know, I've noticed. Is that the war hat?
Can we do segment by segment? Can we not swing from every?
I told you we don't have time for Liverpool.
You're the one that chimed in, though.
I just said let it all work out, man. It's a normal thing.
Listen, Grizz, when it comes to your section, bro, I don't want more than 5 minutes.
I just said let it work out. They're triggered.
5 minutes, bro. We're not going into deep analysis.
No problem.
Yeah.
No, I don't. No problem.
Good. I hope you know that.
No problem.
Why are we spending time on anything other than Turkish and his team choking again for 4th year in a row? We need 2 hours of Turkish cooking. You got Spurs in your name. You're being relegated, and you are the epitome of why.
That's
Spurs
crazy.
So it's just. Let me not even just say anything that me and TOBS are arguing now. But what a guy! You should have changed your username before sending this in. Take out the Spurs, so next time it's mysterious.
Be smart, bro.
Yeah, be smart, man. Excuses are like arseholes. The field was too dry for Gyökeres. United hadn't played in 24 days, etc., etc. How do Arsenal only have 1 win in April in 6 years? Don't let Turkish get away with the deflection. He needs to hold it for what he's been saying. The governor says, Turks, would you take having to win at Palace to win the league? Not sure I trust us even then. I'm worried we've been found out after the final. Need to see some still now. So you're asking me, would I take? Yeah, I mean, we got to win every game. That's how we got to look at it. And that's the position we put ourselves in there. Every team needs players' individual character. Arteta clearly believes he's the only person who should have character, and that's where the problem is. That's why he can't have moments of magic. I agree. Arteta legacy game on Sunday. That's what Steve was saying. I agree. John says Arteta has tarnished our identity and Wenger's legacy. Spent $1 billion playing this football and now having to prioritize games. Is this who we are? Well, at this moment, we're a team that hasn't won in 21 years. So, yeah, who are we? William says, to be honest, Arteta can't win. He goes attacking and loses. Fans go mad that he changed. He goes for... Can you tell me when did he go attacking and lose? You're just talking, brother. When did Arteta go attacking and lose? Okay. I can't even think of one off the top of my head. Regardless of where, unless you're talking about 22, 23, and don't talk, that's a long time ago now. Regardless of whether we win the league or not, we need to say thank you for the rebuild and goodbye. It could be that. It could be another manager comes in, if we don't win it, builds an attack, takes it over the line, and we look back and say, well, Mikel built that defense. Like George Graham built the defense for Wenger. Maybe we look at it in similar fashion.
Yeah. That's a shout. That's a shout.
My issue with the whole sack him, even if he wins the Prem, I feel like the guy can't win, even if he does, because the goalpost keeps moving a bit far, in my opinion. I hear that. It does sound very harsh. But let's say Arteta won it and said, guys, thank you. You trusted me. I'm glad we done it. I want a new chat. If he said that, you'd also understand that too, right? So... yeah, maybe sack is the wrong way to put it, but it just feels like the cycle is coming to an end in terms of the attack, which is mad. We just spent 180 on it. If Arsenal wins the league, it's because of City's lack of form. So Arteta is not the long-term solution, even if you win it. Both ways. We could have ran away with it. City could have been top. We both had poor patches of form, but like Steve said, it's a shootout on Sunday. Big up the panel and Steve, the real GOAT. Kept saying, let's have a shootout at the Etihad. Turkish confidence at a 5 to win the league. 2.5.
What about the rest of the panel? Who's winning the league? Obviously, don't.
I'm not making any predictions.
Man, let Sunday happen, man. Come on.
Honestly, let's. You're too keen, man. Let's let it.
I think for me, I'm not making no more
question.
predictions.
I'm too keen. It's relevant to the super chat.
You're too keen, brother.
Yeah,
let it chill. Let it marinate.
I'll sit here like a fucking dough as well, like you lot. They're not safe.
No.
We're just letting it marinate.
I'm too keen to ask a question.
Some time management. Usually you're the one fucking cussing. I gotta go to bed. Now 1 hour 47 minutes in, we still got 3 games to cover. I asking stupid questions.
Yeah, we done 3 hour shows. Asking stupid questions.
Nearly 2 hours in, 3 games left. You're asking stupid questions. Is this a preview or is it Thursday the preview? This is why you don't host.
No, it's okay.
This is why you don't host.
I'm glad.
Thursday's the preview. Thursday's the preview, but you want to host. What are you doing? Huh?
I'm glad he's gonna lose sleep for this. I don't get him. I don't get him.
Can I get back to it?
I'm glad you're losing sleep for this.
John says, I'm 27 and was more entertained in our banter era. I did not fall in love with Arsenal for this football. I'm not supporting this for internet points. We're Arsenal, even when we win, it has to be in style and memorable. John, Arsenal were once boring Arsenal. Yeah, we've gone through eras. Yes, Wenger brought the identity, and even boring Arsenal had more about them in terms of the attack than this team right here. But I'm just saying, don't get intertwined in a particular style of play when, they come and go. Like, Wenger was a special manager. Like there's been other special managers. You just can't replicate it at times. So it is what it is. You just move on. But he must win. Sacking Arteta if he wins the Prem is silly. I don't get the entitlement. You haven't won a Prem for 22 years and you want to sack the guy that finally does it. Yeah, I get that. Again, when I read that, it does sound like, am I an idiot? Because it just sounds harsh. But sacking Di Matteo 6 months after winning Champions League is harsh. Sacking Xavi a year after winning the league is harsh. Things have happened in football that's harsh in the past. That's just 2 examples off the top of my head. Yeah, football is harsh. Lee Slim says, Arteta likes nobody players who have nothing about them. So when it gets to the nitty-gritty, no one wants to step up. The players that look like they will seem handcuffed just win the league and leave. good depiction of the attack, to be honest. Guys, because Arsenal gameplay is different, doesn't mean playing style remains the same next season. 21 to 23, Teta was in charge and gameplay fluid. He needs to win. He does. But this was the year to bring 22-23 into the 23-24. And he doubled down, tripled down on the 23-24 style of play. And not to good effect. The key issue has to be our mentality and our inability to change tactics in game, making uncharacteristic and unforced mistakes, looking timid all round as soon as April hits. True. Matisse, Arsenal don't need new team talks, they need new TikToks. Never seen a manager do this type of stuff at the end of a season with trophies on the line. Ferreira added, it's mad to think that Arsenal is going to bottle the league, being top for 36 rounds, 94.7%, then give it away. But some 36 rounds. It's not called rounds, firstly. And wasn't Liverpool top for the first 5 game weeks? Huh? So already your 36 is even some bullshit. But thank you. GRIZZ, please stop talking about my club, you jinx. We are still winning the league. He is a jinx. Someone put GRIZZ on that Pokemon card, jinx. Someone put him on that Pokemon card for me and just send it to me in the DMs, please, because I need that. Because all season,
man. We don't believe in
he's even the guy that bought quadruple to this show. No one said quadruple on this show until Mr. Khan comes and says, what do you guys think about quadruple?
For sake, man. Grown-ups and Pokemons and 2026 and jinxes. Come on, what's this show coming to? Get out of here, man.
When you see some
games of football,
the vision,
man.
I can see you in. I can see
jinxes, man. Jinxes.
Grinks. Yeah, do that, please. GRIZZ, please stop talking about my club. We are still winning the league. Steve, you want to bet $500? Says Aaron.
Might as well just throw $500 in the air in the street.
Yeah,
so I don't even know the guy.
How do we sort that out? And Mike says, I'm glad Steve called out the fan base. I'm glad Steve called it out. This fan base is a cesspit. They need to touch grass. The same ones who said quad now want him sacked if he wins. It's tiring. And it's hard to say it's the same ones. But yeah, deep in your 6th season, when you need a goal, you're playing your centre back as striker should start ringing alarm bells across the board for Arsenal fans. And Man City 4 in a row. And Steve the chef cooking like the best of them. Bencher says, stop blaming Arteta for what the league is. Past 3 years, we've had the best defense with top 3 attack every time. Also, the money chat on needs to stop. Since 2020, Wolves have spent more money up top. Yeah, but whose choice was it to spend money every year? We're buying 2-3 defenders. Like, whose choice was that? That's his choice. Has it, if you make that choice, win. He's made that choice. He hasn't won. You can't then say, because who's bought as many defenders as us since 2020, 2021 then?
That last statement is so stupid as well. They're basically making out as if like, he's being forced to not spend his money on attackers. Makes no sense.
Vibe says, we will win 1-0 at City and turn this around. 4 years of effort will culminate into us crawling over the line. We deserve our very own Aguero moment. Laughing in September, crying in May. Turkish, you've told me to tell you this to your face in the 6th. Well, I actually won't, because I care for the little London brothers, and we'll have a Toronto special blunt ready for you to help numb the pain. Link up in Toronto. Details out soon. The attackers are shit, but no football man can watch Arsenal attack and not think a manager isn't standing at the touchline shouting, don't lose it every game. This is what happens when fans allow the socials, rivals to dictate how they should feel about the club. We've reached a point where the same ones who said he'd never win are now saying if he does, sack him. Again, you read that out loud, it sounds fucked. But you've also got to appreciate the situation and context is unique. Big Steve. SAEED never answered me when I asked him about his Houston rodeo hoodie. Since I'm in Houston, but perhaps you'll share where you got that Champions League logo shirky tee. I need that.
Some place called the Ginger Wig Gifts, Man City Gifts, the Ginger Wig online.
TheGingerWig.com?
Yeah,
yeah, something like that. Ginger Wig Gifts or something.com, City guy, but nice t-shirt, man.
Why are you not answering, man?
No, I genuinely, I didn't remember when she asked me that.
500,000 subscribers
sorry,
in that, yeah? 500,000 subscribers in that. Is that why? Yeah.
No, honestly, sorry, Galen. I didn't know she was asking me about that.
No, you ain't got time now.
My bad,
There is
Galen.
maybe a 0.5% chance at Arsenal win at the Etihad. We are a club that will always prove the doubters right and do what's expected. 3-1 City. The team looks tired, but Steve's spitting facts. If we properly get behind the team, I believe we can help them fight to a title. I hate the meltdown. Well, you're dreaming, fella. We don't have an effect. Sunday we can, but generally it's up to the fucking players to do the job on that pitch. The thing is, you can't change your ways in just days. If he does that on Sunday, he will get played off the park. Pep knows that. Arsenal will get cooked. Arteta needs to do it for his own future at Arsenal. Board might be happy with him, but fuck watching that shit next season. Arsenal invented football in the Premier League era. So you probably mean good football. That's a different question. Grizz acting like he hasn't flopped the season, spending almost 500 M's. Loves to be giddy when the talk is Arsenal, but not his team. Bottle in it too. Embarrassing fan base. We are 6 points clear. Bring on Sunday. Let's put these men to the sword. Rather be positive than give up. We did it at OT02. Come on, you Gunners.
Different team, though. Different team.
Very different team. We did it. We did it a few times. Very different teams. No, I saved that one. When you've only had nightmares of all different kinds in the last 22 years, shit in the bed is the least you can do. Getting big boy diapers and ready for whatever happens next. Hopefully Saka's back before we get a celebratory type of name call. Champion. Oh, that one's Big Steve. Out of Kusanov, Nunes, Nico, Shirky, who should win a City Player of the Season?
Nico O'Reilly, probably. I think he's been outstanding.
X says Arteta's wife must be happy knowing her husband is allergic to finishing first. We haven't won at Etihad in over 10 years. Arsenal's depth is a myth. I don't see us dominating at the Etihad, but a draw is just not going to cut it. Tobes, how many similarities do you see between your team under Poch and this Arsenal team under Arteta?
Both struggled to get over the line, but I think we were handicapped by the spend, whereas Arteta has been given all the money in the world. I think we had a better 11, but I think you had a better squad. And yeah, that's it. I think Poch did more with less.
Yeah, he was working with miracles, let's be honest.
I'm the only one who's always said Arsenal will win Champions League and Premier League. 50% chance because Europe can't handle Arsenal. Pragmatic gameplay. Turks calm. 4 Spaniards decides the Premier League. Turkish, what do you think about Liverpool getting rid of Slot? Are you in America this summer for the World Cup? Hope family as well. I'll big up TK. Yeah, well, I'm going to be in Canada for sure. America, yeah, I am going to be America. Definitely New York, July, but you'll keep up to date here, my bro. What do I think of Liverpool getting? The Slot should be gone already. That's what I think. Mr. MR says, Arsenal, as much as I would love to win the league, knowing that Arsenal's #1 target for left wing is Gordon, Arteta needs to go. These lackluster attacking signings feels like it will be like Slot's second season. I hope that Gordon stuff ain't true. Okay, I think, where are we? Wait, is this one? Yeah, I just wanted to re-emphasize for the fans who don't like to hear this. Even if he wins the Premier League, he needs to go for me, says KD. There's nothing harsh about it. He isn't working for free. Thanks. And that's that for the Arsenal and City super chats. Yep, that's that. But yeah, from that, I mean, Steve's kind of spoken his part already, but Chelsea, Matisse, Liverpool, big winners in the top 4 race this weekend because United also lost this evening. So I don't know exactly who to start with. Do we go to Grizz first and then fall out to the 2 losers, or do we start?
Now, mine's basic, man. Mine's expected to win at Fulham. You know what I mean? say
More
expected.
the context, though, innit? I mean, they both.
Yeah. We were expected, but saying expected, we weren't expected because I don't think many predicted a Liverpool win actually. But we got over the line. Much better performance. Rio was the star. You know what I mean? Rio de Janeiro, Jogo Bonita, and Gomoa, my little brother. You know what I mean? He smashed it. Will he get a start against PSG tomorrow? That's the question on everyone's lips. Everyone's saying he needs to start. I don't know, man. But yeah, it was good to see Isak back for the last 20 minutes or so. He looked sharp. And we have to salvage a disastrous season by getting the very, very minimum, which is a Champions League spot. And yeah, it was a wicked weekend for me. That's all I got to say, man. I'll let the brothers take the platform for their dead teams now.
Matisse.
Fucking hell. I mean, it's just genuinely just disgraceful. Like we were watching it on the mob. And I remember you guys asking me at halftime what I'm thinking, feeling, and I just sat there just knowing that this is about to go left. Because we're good at front face, you know, we're good at putting up a decent account of ourselves for a period of time, but the capitulation constantly under this manager, especially since he's come in, we've been slapped up so many times by 3 goals margins. I can't even count them anymore. The amount of times we're not just losing games, we're getting battered. It's 3-0 after 3-0 after 3-0, 5-2. It's like it's just gone from bad to worse. It's just gone from bad to worse. We were in poor form under Maresca. They've downgraded the manager mid-season in a hiring and firing. Let me just let you know because I can't be.
Sorry. Carry on. Just one comment.
What are you laughing about? What are you laughing about?
I'm gonna take a break. You guys go.
Have a moment. Let's have a moment.
I know what comment he's on about. I'm just chilling, man. I don't go fuck.
Yo, Steve, sit up, bro.
Nah, man. I seen it.
I seen it.
Is it a comment on the screen?
I was laughing, mate.
Steve's in yoga midway through the show.
You get the blanket, man. Get a blanket or something, bro. You could pop out anytime, Steve. Allow it, man.
These perverts in the chat, man.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Go on, Matisse. Go on.
Even see it, but I think I know what they're talking about, man. These are
I don't know what it is.
Oh, my jaw hurts, man.
Yeah, I mean, you can't isolate this game and pretend like we're doing the greater good in the title race. We really have to look at this project. You're losing 3-0 to Manchester City. You're getting battered by PSG. You're losing 3-0 to Everton. It's 5 years in. It's just absolutely insane. It's embarrassing. You're getting walked off the park, like absolutely blitzed at home. Fans are leaving early. Money's been pissed up the wall time and time again. And then even off the pitch, these men are running up a shit show as well. Every single article, every single report, accounting losses here, big loans taken out there, commercial deals going left here. It's just like, what part of this club is actually functioning the way it should be at this point? There's not a single part of this football club that is doing what it should be doing. And you can't even cling on to the fact that normal clubs, most clubs, 90% of clubs actually hire people to help them. No agendas, no narratives. It's almost like we're conspiring against ourselves. We don't even attempt to help ourselves. In January, we did nothing when we were spiraling out of control in Christmas. We hire someone who we literally can negotiate with ourselves for his contract. He was already working for us before he even came to us. And this is what you get. You put people in positions, incompetency from the top trickles down to the bottom. You put people in positions they don't deserve to be in any institution, in any company. And this is what you get. If you don't hire the best or you don't attempt to, This is what you get. And that goes for all positions, directors, managers, coaching staff, everywhere. Everywhere across the football club, it's just pure nepotism and negligence. That's all it is. It's just people doing favors for favors for favors. There's nobody employed that anybody can say forget the playing squad, because it doesn't matter about that now. They've checked out. They're not a 3-0 loss at home to City. That's starting 11. But they checked out. And the bench is absolutely atrocious, as I've been saying. That bench is disgusting. You look at Man City's bench, you look at our bench. We didn't even get to the bench. We didn't even get to the substitutions. We were already cooked. But everybody from the dugout upwards, nobody deserves to be at this club. Nobody deserves to be here. Nobody's earned the right to be here. Nobody's got the CV to be here. Nobody's got the reputation, no evidence to be here. Everybody's just here on favors and handouts. That's it. And this is what you get. So part of me is pissed because we're not making Champions League now. Unless Aston Villa win the Europa League and we somehow finish 6th, because we're actually going to have to improve our shit drastically to finish 6th. Because we've still got to go to Anfield. We've got Man United at home. We've got Sunderland away. We've got tough games. All the games are tough. Every Premier League game is tough. That's why you have to win every game that comes your way. You can't say cherry pick, I'll take a point there, I'll take a point there. Every game is tough. We've seen that. As much as we're going to suffer for it, playing on Thursdays, if we even get that at this point, or Aston Villa, do us a favor, which is again shameful. I don't even. Part of me doesn't even want Champions League via that route with Villa, because I don't want these owners and this hierarchy and these directors and this manager to get away with this. I don't want them to get away with it. They deserve. It's very similar to everything Toby's saying, really. These people don't deserve a get out of jail free card. They don't deserve survival. They don't deserve like a favor. They deserve what they get. You literally reap what you sow. If you're not going to make Champions League, it's what you deserve. It's genuinely what you actually deserve. All you have to do is do the basics. Build a competent, balanced squad. Try and sign. We're not even asking you to sign world-class players. You can't even compete anymore for Semenyos and Gurhis. These are not deemed world-class in January, but they're there. You don't even try to improve the team. How on earth are fans meant to actually galvanize and get behind this club when you are actively playing against us? You are actively working against us by making dumb decisions. And I've said it last season. We made Champions League in spite of them, not because of them. We still needed reinforcements last season to cover up for the shit that they did last summer. Last summer, they do more shit. We need more reinforcements in January to cover up. People say, oh, why'd you keep asking them to spend money? If you keep spending money on clothes that don't fit or are poor material, you're going to have to keep buying more clothes. It's as simple as that. I don't want us to spend any more money. I don't trust us to spend any more money. That's why there's a protest. That's why we want the owners out. That's why I've been calling for these directors to leave for the last 3 years, because we don't want them to spend any more money. Because every time they spend money, they fuck it up. They can't be trusted. They literally cannot be trusted. I don't care about the manager. People say, oh, what about the manager? Do you want him sacked? I don't care. Because the next manager that comes in is going to be incompetent. Is going to be fast-tracked. Is not going to be deserving of this position. It's going to be a Gary O'Neill at Strasbourg. So what is there to talk about? There's no point. What's the point? Yeah, you can get into Cole Palmer's performance, get into Caicedo's performance, get into all these players' performance. We can. But the issue is bigger now. The issue is much bigger than these people on the pitch, because we know that they're not bad players, but you are actively almost bringing us down to a level now where it can't be just about the players. It can't be just you have to talk about the entire structure. The amount of money and the amount of resources that are being allocated to this squad, and you're not even in a respectable position. We're a couple of points above Brighton, above Brentford, Everton. 5 years into this project, and these are the teams that you're jousting with. 5 years in. What the fuck? And again, no accountability, no remorse. So I can't even strip the fact that you're incompetent and you're not good at your jobs, and you can't do anything commercially off the pitch. On the pitch, you can't make the right appointments on the playing squad, on the manager. And then we get to the actual just being a decent human being with some sort of accountability and some sort of reflection. You can't get that either. You can't even accept that you're fucking up. You can't even say, do you know what? We hold our hands up. We messed up. We're going to change. We're going to do it differently. We're going to hire and fire the people that we've put in positions in the board, and we're going to start bringing in better people that know what they're talking about and know what they're doing. We can't even do that. So we're fucked. We're fucked. And our best players this season, they haven't been able to turn up. Cucurella is not as good as he was last year. Caicedo's not as good as he was last year. Palmer's not as good as he was last year. So all these players that we rate and we still rate, Reece James is injured. The players that we know that can drag us to a certain part of the table that is respectable, that doesn't have a meltdown on the end of it, they're not playing well. So that is it, really. When your best players aren't playing to the level that they're capable of, because you keep fucking about with the manager position and you keep fucking up with the recruitment of the players that surround these players, then you're cooked. It's a ticking time bomb. And I don't feel sorry for us, man. We've been a disgrace. The amount of money we've spent and the amount of players we've had going in and out the door, the way we've treated certain players, the way we've treated certain managers like Maresca, even in the previous when he's asking for a centre back, we don't get it for him. The way that we brief, the way that we put out these articles and these cycles of just covering up, saving face. Something went out today. The directors got a pay rise last season. Let me actually read this shit. They got a massive bumper pay rise after we won the Club World Cup, and they got new contracts until 2031. 2031. You've spent nearly £2 billion. Where we've had Mudryk, Madueke, Gittins, Garnacho, Disasi, Badiashile, Jorgensen. I can go on and on about Delap, the amount of money we've wasted, the amount of players we've signed that we have to sell. Shrewsbury Hall, João Felix, Sancho, Christopher Nkunku, Renato Vega. Buonanotte comes in on loan on deadline day to back up Palmer, who's playing summer after summer after summer, season after season after season. January, oh no, fuck it, we're gonna loan him out we're gonna send him back to Brighton. He's now on loan at Leeds. Did Buonanotte play today for Leeds? Saeed, was he playing?
No, he didn't play.
The guy that we brought in on deadline day to back up Palmer doesn't even start for Leeds. But the YouTube comps and clips were getting people excited because he's a small little fragile Argentine who can twist and turn. And look at the position we're in. Chelsea Chiefs handed themselves a massive pay rise last season despite suffering record losses. Executives took home nearly 80% more than the previous year. The directors enjoyed a hike of almost 60%, while other staff, including players, were only paid 6% more. The accounts are out. We're fucked. No Europe. No new sponsorship next season. No Champions League. And more money pissed away. These men are actually, this shit needs investigating. I think these men are actually, there's something going on here. These men need investigating. How are you giving yourself pay rises? Massive pay rises, those percentages we're talking. How? You're taking all the credit for a Club World Cup win, and you don't give no credit to Maresca. And then since Maresca's left, we've literally tripled our defense in terms of goals conceded. Like in terms of the rate that we're conceding goals is way worse than it ever was under Maresca. These men have no respect for the manager's position. They don't see this head coach position as something to be respecting and something to be appointing the best in class or to be valuing. They see it as just a mouthpiece to just stand there in press conference and just chat shit. This guy's coming out saying, oh, Klopp and Pep and these guys got more time. Shut the fuck up. You're not Klopp and you're not Pep. You do not deserve to even be judged on that barometer. You came in, you said we need to win. That's what you're going to be judged on. You know you're at Chelsea Football Club. 5 years into the project, you come in 4.5 years in, you are not going to get to start again. We as a fan base are not going to start again 4.5 years into the project. No. You come in at this point, bear the consequences. You know the contract you signed. Absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous. The silver lining is not Arsenal bottling the league potentially. The silver lining is that these owners and this hierarchy are going to lose money, and we're going to suffer. But they don't deserve to qualify for Champions League. They deserve their pockets to get absolutely obliterated. And hopefully, we pray to God that these shareholders that invest in Clear Lake Capital will start to see that this investment is going down the pits of hell into the toilet, and this consortium starts to crumble because they don't deserve, man. They really don't deserve. I ain't got nothing to say on the performance on the pitch. I really don't care. We got obliterated.
Yeah, I'm happy to move on. I think Batista's covered everything. I can't lie to you guys.
Yeah, he's getting used to it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. and he said it well.
Very true.
He didn't even smile. It's just nice. Yeah,
No. We'll smile on Saturday. But yeah, leave that for another day.
SAEED back on the mob.
Skull in the comments.
Yeah.
Skull.
Skull. Man, like Skull.
Listen, you could hear a pin drop after that mob. Yeah, I walked into that living room and I didn't hear a fucking word from Skull. Yeah, he was silent on that laptop. Turkish was bunning the biggest zoot of his life, and TOBS was looking at his feet. I don't know what the fuck you man are all laughing at in that chat, but I'm telling you now, London is finished. London is the Great Fire of London 2026. It's in the history books, bro. Yeah, London is washed.
What did I say yesterday in the studio? Blood in my eyes, smoke in my lungs.
London is washed this
what you
weekend.
said.
That's literally what I said yesterday. Blood in my eyes, smoke in my lungs.
Unless you're a West Ham fan,
Bam.
there's nobody in London that should be smiling. Yeah, washed city.
Let me do that. I think there's a couple of Chelsea super chats that are just getting quickly. Jay Ball says Chelsea fans over exaggerate what Caicedo can do on the ball. Shout out TOBS for calling this out early. Also, Palmer and Foden are crap now. This was United. I'll save that. 1.79 million losses reported in the last 3 years. Shit owners, shit directors, unqualified HC. Limited quality players to compete. No money left. Reporters in the bag. Shit PR. All over corruption. Must invest. Blue co out. Essentially, that's how he covers it. Ray, I get it. There's a limitation to words, but we move. That's United. I think that's it on Chelsea. The chat wasn't too interested either. Cool. Let's keep it. Actually, wait. Here we are. African Giant says, when I deep it, we might be worse than Spurs next season with these owners, and we need our usual 6 points. That might keep us up. I'll be real. It's peak. Love you though, bro. My Niger brother. And that is that for Chelsea. Cool, SAEED.
Yeah, man. Took an L in it, man. Took my first L at home in a while. Waited 24 days for that, man. Yeah, man. It was peak tonight. I can't lie to you. It was peak.
Well, they on you. I didn't watch it, I'll be honest.
It was peak. It was peak, man. I'm not even exaggerating it, yeah. I think it could have been 5-0 at halftime. I really, really like.
What happened though?
Sorry?
What happened though for it to?
Bro, we weren't at the races, bro. 24 days in it, man. Man, we're still having Eid party and that, bro. I don't know what they were doing, bro. Too much ajero and too much cake, and you know what I mean. All the traditions on Eid day, but they man were just not even ready, bro. Like Leeds were all over us like a rash. They were Tanaka, who I rate. He was in the midfield, just doing a madness. They got the fullbacks out wide. They were putting the ball in the box. They were just absolutely harassing us. We were just slow to everything in the first half. Le Mans kept us in it, bro. Like, real talk. And there was one, Lisandro Martinez, off the line as well. Like, we were getting cooked. And I'm not even lying to you. Like, we could have been 5-0 down. If they took their chances and did damage, and real damage, it could have been really, really bad. They gave us life. But I felt like, for me, what Carrick did wrong was he didn't make any substitutions at halftime. I felt like they need to be guys to be subbed off. Like, real talk. He didn't. He allowed it to continue. And then obviously we got the sending off, which I'm not gonna lie to you. I can see it, but I also can't see it as well. I just think the hair pull it's there, but it's not a madness. And also, I just don't know where the consistency is, because I think Semenyo got his hair pulled as well against Fulham. No consistency there. You know, so I don't know, man. I thought, for me, yeah, cool. He needs to be careful there, Lisandro. It's you got to be a bit smarter. You're 2-0 down. You shouldn't be pulling man's hair in it. You feel me? But I just felt it was a little bit soft. But it is what it is. I don't think it's an excuse for our loss. But funny enough, we played back with 10 men. Do you know what I mean? The players started to perform with 10 men. Leeds started to shit themselves. But you know what I mean? I just don't think we did enough. To be honest with you, I just don't think we deserved anything tonight. I'm just going to put my hands up and say, you know what? A very bad night at the office. Like, we was very, very bad. And people say, oh, cool, reality check, We have to bounce back on Saturday. But, yeah, man, nothing worked for us. Obviously, Cobby weren't about, no Maguire. So we had to play Ugarte. That didn't work out. And yeah, man, up front, didn't do much. And it was just a bad day, man. Leeds, fair play to them, man. When you're fighting for your lives and that, you put out a performance like that, man. So they did their job. They bought the crowd. It was a mad atmosphere at the game. But all in all, I'm not going to lie, man. It was a bad day. And yeah, I deserve any cooking that you might want to give.
Why is it that every time? Why is it that every time this shit centre back plays for you, you lot struggle?
I mean, there's been games where we won with him, but yeah.
When was the last game you've won and he's played well?
Everton.
When was that?
A couple of weeks back. Obviously, maybe a month or two back, because obviously we're playing one game every 24 days. But yeah. But there's been games where he's been playing well. But yeah, I agree. It was a bad day.
No, it's not. Stop saying this bad day bullshit, because I was fuming watching that game. I locked it off at 2-0, and then I heard that you scored, so I switched it back on. Why is it that every single time I watch this guy play for Manchester United, he stinks? He is shit, and yet you sweep it under the rug, but yet you got so much chat for other players. This guy costs £59 million, and he looks stinky as hell every single time I watch him play. He bought it for £59 million, and he can't lace Aiden Heaven's boots, but yet you keep it quiet. You brush it under the carpet, but yet you got so much chat for other players. £59 million. Oh, Real Madrid won him. Real Madrid wanted him. This guy, Real Madrid. Okay, if you think
they were in for him, but yeah,
I don't care if they were in for him.
They were
He's
in for
nowhere near good enough.
He's struggling, but yeah,
he's nowhere near good enough. Real Madrid
I
are in
think
for Romero. Do you rate Romero? Why do you care if Real Madrid are in for him? Why do you care? How does that impact Manchester United? Oh, Real Madrid wanted him, so that must mean he's good. No,
I didn't say that. You just said that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, there was, you know, Real Madrid after him. They knew he was talented, but maybe they don't.
Why haven't we seen the talent?
Listen, you know what I mean? Like, it's gonna come in it. Just these time, man.
When is it gonna come? Because it's so funny.
I don't know. Listen, he had a bad game.
Tell us, he's putting in shitter performances than players that you slate at other clubs, young players, and you tell us those players were shit.
Name them.
We ain't got time for this. We ain't got time for this.
What do you mean?
I just wanted to say.
I just wanted to put it out there.
You can give your rebuttal. I just wanted to say Lenny Euro shit.
Name the names then. If you name the names.
No. We ain't got time for this. Lenny Euro.
What do you mean
shit.
you ain't got time? Don't say something and then say we ain't got time.
Done.
You say bad day at the office, Saeed. Oh,
it's always a bad day at the office.
It was a bad day at the office.
What's that's 4 games now, innit? What's your last 4 games record?
We got Chelsea.
It seems to be no. Your last 4 games. Well, you just
last 4 games we lost to Newcastle. We beat Villa.
2 losses. Yeah,
we
2 losses at a
draw
draw
to Bournemouth.
Yeah, so that new manager bounce hype, Michael Carrick, you know, all the songs. It's a bit mad now, and it's looking a bit sticky, innit? Like,
I don't think it is, man.
I'm glad you've played.
We're still third.
I wished you. I tweeted you in the morning, didn't I? I said it must be like Eid today, man. Like you wake up, you got a game of football today. Man United are playing today. It must be dress up all nice, put on some nice perfume. You know what I mean? Like Man United are playing today.
Why have you got your war hat on then?
You went to the game. You went to the game all happy, Eid Mubarak and that, hugged all your friends and everything, and then you got battered by one of your fiercest rivals. And I was looking at the table suddenly, because obviously I ain't been looking at the table because we're dead. We're nasty. We're dead food. We're shit. We need to rebuild. We're like the worst team ever. And then I just see we're 3 points behind you, man.
Oh my God.
I'm just thinking.
What does this mean?
I'm just thinking the levels of our shitness.
No. What does this mean?
Compared to the comeback.
No, I'm not letting you do this. What does this mean? Are you catching us? Are you going to overtake us? What do you mean?
You're not letting me. You should. Okay. You let me do this.
Okay,
look, I'm doing it. I'm just saying the way you talk shit about Liverpool and other clubs as well, and now you're suddenly only 3 points ahead, and all that new manager bounce, Carrick. You know what I mean? You know, part of the Busby Babes, whoever he fucking was. You know what I mean? You talked him up so much, and suddenly it's all turning to shit now, isn't it?
Brother. Can you get to your point?
I'm getting to my point. I'm saying how did you boost up your team so much and talk, like Toby says, talk shit about everyone else?
More consistent than you.
Say again.
We've been more consistent than you.
It's
And we're
mad
above
though how
the
you're
table.
only 3 points behind.
Brother, you spent 500 million, bro. You were meant to challenge for the title. How are you speaking?
People.
No, hold on.
Grizz,
How is he trying to justify his season? How are you trying to justify your season?
I'm not justifying.
Grizz.
I'm not
Let's just
justifying
focus
it.
on
I'm
this
owning
level.
up. I'm not
Let's
owning
not
up.
name.
Anything. You've not made a statement. You've
I'm
not said
not-
you're going
I've made a
What are
statement.
you trying to do?
Let's
I'm
no,
telling
Grizz,
you, I've made a statement. Our levels of shitness is still your comeback era. That's my statement. Our
What are you
levels of
talking about?
shitness.
You're about to
is in
lose
your
to
comeback
PSG in
era.
emphatic style. You spent
It's your
500
comeback
million in
era,
one
bro.
summer.
You're
Brother, do not
celebrating-
compare us to us. Brother, you spent 500 million in one summer.
Trust
You were
me,
meant
I
to
don't want-
compete for the title.
Trust me,
You were
there's no
in. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Hold on a
Trust me,
minute.
there's no
You took
comparison.
your water
That's
off.
what I'm
You
saying.
gave up. You're twerking for Man City. We're not the same, bro. We're not the same.
You're twerking for
Hold
us.
on a minute. We're not the same. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute.
We're not the
You
same.
are
Wallahi,
finished
we're
this
not the
season.
same.
You said you were finished, but now 1 minute. No, hold on a minute.
That's
1
my
minute
point.
you're saying
Are you not-
you're
are
only
you like
3
not-
points. No. I want to land my point because you're speaking. 1 minute you're saying you're only 3 points behind Liverpool and Man United, but then 1 minute it's, you know what, we're finished. Don't talk about us. Let's skip over Liverpool. But now you seem to be making a point. So make your point, bro. Make your point and say you're
finished?
finished above Man
When
United.
you finish, I'll make my point.
Say,
I've just made it,
make
but
your
you ignored
point.
everything.
Because I don't know what you're trying to do. What are you trying to do here?
I've literally just told you what I'm trying to do. Not trying to do. I'm telling you. Your narrative for the last 6 weeks has been what about?
Yeah,
Liverpool?
you've been shit. Yeah.
How much? How shit?
You've been shit. That's all I need to know.
How
Liverpool
shit?
have been
Boy, keep talking.
embarrassing. Listen to me. Listen to my voice.
I am.
Liverpool have
want you
been
to say more.
embarrassing.
I want you to say more.
Embarrassing.
I want you to say more. How shit are we?
Brother, I don't know what we're doing here. What
I'm
are you
asking
trying
you
to
a
do,
question. That's why you
seriously?
to answer.
You know,
How much
what are you
more?
trying to do? Like, seriously, what are you trying to do? You're trying to say Man
I'm
United
asking.
have been
I'm
piping up,
asking.
doing what are you trying to do?
I'm asking you. How shit are we?
Brother, you're shit. You're rubbish.
How finished
You're
are
meant
we?
to win the league. You spent
How
500 million.
I didn't ask you.
You've given up on the season. You were wearing your dressing gown at one point. It was all
Yeah.
going up. What are you wearing? The chapati? What was that little duvet you were wearing? The chapati duvet.
100%
Brother, you were
non-bread.
finished and you're coming on
Non-bread.
here and you're trying to do
Non-bread.
this. I don't know,
You
man.
were-
Mind games. What are you trying to do?
Non-bread. I was in my non-bread.
Man said you're wearing a
It was
chapati.
shit.
Man said
I was
wearing a
non-bread. It
chapati,
was
man.
non-bread.
But hold on a minute. I made one statement. Hold on a minute. Let me clarify something. I made one statement, yeah, when Michael Carrick came in, yeah, and I said Man United will finish in Liverpool. That's what I did. I was clear and I was concise, and I will stick by that. But for you right now, I don't know what you're waffling about. Don't know what you're trying to get to.
I don't know why you're not
Unless you
listening.
make a statement and stick by it.
I've
I don't
just
want to
said
hear
the
this
statement.
yo-yo
I've
Grizz.
I've
I'm
just
sorry.
said the statement, but hold on. Look, you're a teacher. You should know statements. Listen to
But
my
so
statement
make
very
a
clearly.
statement right now.
Listen to my. Okay, this is the final statement, and we're gonna finish because everyone's falling asleep. Yeah, I'm saying your giddiness, your height, your comeback era is
Who
3
says
points
it's
ahead of
era?
our. Well, you're not gonna let me forget it, man. End the stream, man. He's not gonna let me finish. He's in one of those moods where he's not listening.
No, but
He's not gonna let me
I'm
land.
literally going at your
I'm
point.
literally every time I come to get to the point, you butt in because you want to
Go on,
start
carry
again.
on, carry on.
Your giddiness, your comeback era, Carrick, Busby Babes, all of that business, going back to the games, Eid Mubarak, playing every 24 games, 24 days, is still only 3 points better than Liverpool's worst season, shittest era, slots finished. That's my statement. Look at the levels. And you're right. I'll end it with this statement. You're right. It's not comparable. Our shitness and your comeback is not comparable. Don't ever compare you to us. You're absolutely right.
This is weak. I'm sorry. This is
It's mad.
This is
I can't believe he's saying
this is shameless stuff. I'm sorry.
This is
I can't
it's
even
not
co-sign
shameless.
this.
It's embarrassing.
Can't
from
even
Grizz.
co-sign this. This
It's
is mad.
embarrassing.
Who wants your
Wallahi,
cosign anyway?
it's
Like,
embarrassing.
why are you saying that's a mad thing? Like, oh,
Mad.
I'm not
It is.
co-signing.
It's
Who wants your
embarrassing.
cosign? Who wants your cosign?
Turkish, kick me out as well, please.
Yeah, bruv.
I don't want to be here with this guy. I
No, me
want
too, man. I'm leaving you,
the
bruv. You
table.
talk.
Let's show the table and then we can get off. I don't even want to carry on. I don't know where this guy was going with this.
Shut up.
Brother, I'm here to get out of here. Brother, show the table, Turkish. I think I'm top of the table. That's why I want to end with. Like, I want to feel happy about the table. So,
Why do you think you're top?
I'm top, bro. You didn't get the Arsenal result, and you look at his internet's gone now. I'm top of the table, bro. Show the damn table, man. That's all. I'm gonna leave with something, man. I believe we sign. How is this possible? Brother, can we clarify this table? Can we clarify this table, please? Did you not say 2-2 for the Man City game? I predicted Man City win. Brother, what's this? Yo, man, can you seriously? What are you doing here? What's going on here, bro? Yo, Matisse, get the damn, this is corruption right here, bro. I'm trying to win this title. This guy's messing around, bro. He didn't predict the win from Chelsea or Man City.
Brother.
So I need my type. I need my minimum points, bro.
Brother, we could talk about it on Thursday, man. Let me wrap this.
Brother, what do you mean Thursday, bro? I need something to get. Yo, Broski, I believe in something, bro. Broski, I'm staying up until I see that damn table, bro. Are you mad? Are you crazy, bro? I need to know I'm top of the table.
Oh, fuck.
Hey, what's going on here?
Fam,
Bro,
I
where's
have
everybody?
gym at 6 o'clock. You lot are
Man, I
wasting
don't
my
care
time.
what you have, bro.
Fam, I'm going to bed.
I don't
Peace.
care what you have.
Peace,
Look
peace,
at this
peace.
guy. Yo, the guy's left, bro. The guy's left. Yo. Yeah, I'm staying up. I don't give a shit. We're staying up. I'm chilling. Yeah, I'm chilling, bro. What's up? What we doing here, guys? I've got GRIZZ trying to chat rubbish about Liverpool finishing above Man United and all of that, yeah. And then we get to the best bit of the show. We've not even finished the super chats as well. Super chat, 18 super chats, guys. Are we community? Are we? Come on, you can't be doing this. Yo, guys. Yo, Skullfuggery, man, help me out here, bro. Yo, because I'll do therapy, me. I got time, me, you know. Seriously, are you actually gone? I said you're gone. Yo, get back here, man. Yo. What's he doing, man? Yo, get the table. We'll get the super chats later, man. Get the table. This is not the table, bro. That is not the table. If you look at the results, yeah, Turkish did not predict he predicted a draw. I predicted a Chelsea win. So I need to get my points there. And also, he predicted a Sunderland. What did he predict? A Sunderland loss? Yo, what are you doing here? But I don't need you, man. You go bed.
What's the matter?
You go bed.
What's the matter?
I don't need you. I need Turkish.
What's the matter?
Brother, I need a table.
Why do you need a table?
Because I'm top of the table and I need to correct the table.
Have you realized no one cares?
No, he cares.
No one cares.
You go bed, man, Onk.
I'm not going bed. I'm awake now.
No, you go bed.
I'm woke. Talk to me.
Yeah, I'm out of this.
Oh, I'm out as well then. People, thank you for tuning in. Like, subscribe, hype, and all that business. We'll see you Thursday. Peace, love, and tranquility.